doing his thing. And Joe Bowen, one of those guys who, when you think about the Leafs, he was the voice of many of our generations. Joe Bowen, I remember listening to him on the radio, 1430, then 590, and then bounced all around. He was absolutely incredible. And, one of those guys, when you're in the car, when you're driving around, you would listen to. His calls were absolutely amazing. And it's hard to believe that Joe Bowen is retiring, calling it quits at the end of this year. Now, I do have my own little personal story with Joe Bowen. Way back in high school, I was doing some work over at the Fan 590. And I remember Joe Bowen in his Zuba pants. If you remember those Zuba pants where they were like almost like camo, but all kinds of bright colors and stuff. What a crazy trend. I remember him in his Zumba pants, and we were going to get Druxies for lunch. And he said, "Hey, can you grab me a chicken soup, but a large one?" We got on this huge thing of chicken soup. It was awesome. But Joe Bowen was amazing, and I certainly appreciated calling. He is an inspiration to play-by-play people all over the place. 44 years, Joe Bowen. We say thank you for everything you have done and contributed to the game of hockey and to the Toronto Maple Leafs and all of our not only childhoods, teenage years, 20s, 30s, and so on. He's been absolutely amazing. Kieran, welcome in. You're at the game. Enjoy. I hope you got great seats. I think you should fill in for Joe. No, the problem is, Lala, as much fun as that would be, I need to bring everybody with. We'd all have to go as a group. I couldn't just go on my own. Well, I might bring the calls. You guys bring the fun. It's a full channel team effort. Hey there, Lewis. How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to the show. Welcome in, everybody. Again, we are lock, stock, and getting set. The Blackhawks, the Maple Leafs here tonight. The Leafs need to find the way, and I think they will. Hey there, Triton. I appreciate that, buddy. Keep on doing you, buddy. Keep on plugging through. Brendan going 10-0. Brendan, you think it's going to be 10-0 tonight? Wouldn't that be something? That would be absolutely crazy. But I think it's going to be a big score. 5-2 is what I said. 5-2 is what I'm going with. And if we have to get real particular, I think Austin Matthews is going to have a goal tonight. So is William Nylander. I think John Tavares is going to kind of light a little bit of a spark on that second line. I'm calling Nick Robertson for a goal, and Tavares. I think everybody's going to come through in a big way. They've turned down the lights. We can't bring you the full information, but we're just going to try and let you know what's going on for this little Joe Bowen ceremony. On the ice right now, they have images of Joe Bowen, a big face. He's in the suit, nicely dressed. And so his images are all over the ice as they're playing some of his calls. Obviously, the Holy Mackinac, his big staple. I remember the fight Brown, I think I forget who was it that knocked out Brown in the playoffs, and his down goes Brown was a huge call. Of course, Nick Borshevsky with the overtime goal is a big moment that stands out in my mind. Nick Borshevsky was absolutely crazy. That's right, Zoran. That is right. One for all and all for one. Love it. But yeah, Joe Bowen, the voice of many generations and so many hockey fans growing up. So this is kind of a unique ceremony because normally when they honor somebody, they're playing a video, right? They got the video going on. And today, no video, just audio with his images all over the ice. So the images have now kind of changed. It comes up with his Holy Mackinac Night logo, which they've put down on the ice.
Tonight, we celebrate the iconic voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
I don't know. Hopefully you can hear this.
October 6, 1982, Joe called his first Leafs game against the Chicago Blackhawks. More than 3,000 games, and 4 decades later, his voice has been the soundtrack for Maple Leafs games for hockey fans across Leafs Nation. Now, in his final season behind the mic, please welcome, joined by his family, a Foster Hewitt Memorial Award winner from Sudbury, Ontario, the voice of your Toronto Maple Leafs, Joe Bowen.
All right, so Joe's going to make it out with his family. They're coming out to the blue carpet. Always so nice. Always so nice. He's got the tie on, the tie that has the different jerseys speckled around. His son with him. His son does play-by-play as well, does some work for the Argonauts. Here we go. Oh, video board for a special tribute. This I'll have to, I'll be able to talk you through. We'll see what they, oh, here we go.
Thanks for a fantastic career.
Matt Sundin.
Spent with you traveling on the road and how you cover the game, bringing the game to couches and TVs and radios around Canada and for the Toronto Maple Leaf fans. Fantastic. Congratulations to a great career. Holy Mackinac.
Matt Sundin, so funny. Matt Sundin, of course, such a huge part himself in this Leafs organization, which was absolutely wild. Here's Austin Matthews.
Throughout the years, and he's always been so nice and gracious with his time, and I'll definitely be missed.
Oh, no, Canadian guy up north. Not tonight. Not tonight. We're going to take it.
I know this is it. You've come to an end of an era. You were and are the best.
There's Wendell Clark. Wendell Clark, so cool. There's Morgan Riley.
In my life and my family's life.
Joey, first of all, congratulations.
Jimmy Ralph.
43 spectacular years. And I can say without bias, you are one of the absolute best to ever do this job. And when you take the headsets off for the last time at the end of the season, you can stand proudly and shoulder to shoulder with your idols, Foster Hewitt and Danny Gallo. I know
Jim Ralph was so good. He was funny. There was actually a hockey blooper video that was done years ago that Jim Ralph hosted. He's absolutely hysterical. And some of the interactions between Jim Ralph and Joe Bowen were so funny. So funny. What's up, Jonathan? Here's Paul Hendrick.
Love you much.
Daryl Sittler.
Congratulations. I've always enjoyed listening to you, not only at the games, but spending time with you.
Hey, Joe. It's your old buddy Tux. The years that we spent together were unbelievable. Years in the playoffs. And I'll never forget the call you made in 2002. God bless you, boys.
Hey, Joe, congratulations on a great career.
Here's Cujo.
You probably embellished my career and made it sound a lot better than it was. Thank you for that.
If I'm being honest with you,
You know, I think Curtis Joseph isn't wrong. I think Joe Bowen did that for a lot of people, right? His embellishments, his excitement kind of made some people seem a whole lot better than they were. Rick, what's going on? Welcome in. So I absolutely agree. I think Joe Bowen's excitement certainly elevated our thoughts and our memories on so many players over the years. Here's Dougie.
You did a great job. I love you. And God bless. And we'll see you soon. Growing up in Toronto, being at least
John Tavares.
And getting to live out that childhood dream. And a big part of that is Joe Bowen.
Joe Bowen. Absolutely unbelievable. He got tears in his eyes. He's got the hand over. Joe Bowen, very emotional here tonight. And it is tough, right? 44 years. 44 years. Great video, great comments by players past and present. Joe's holding the hard hands up. He is really emotional right now. So they're giving him a commemorative golden microphone. And here comes Wendell Clark. Wendell Clark, who's probably the most fitting person to do it. The golden microphone to Joe Bowen from Wendell Clark, captain of the Maple Leafs for so many years. This is absolutely crazy. JDA, what's going on? Welcome in.
Since the arena opened in 2000, Joe has called every game from his heroes.
Hey, Chris, welcome in.
That legacy will continue as we announce that next season, following Joe's retirement, the radio booth inside the media gondola will be known as Bowen's Booth.
Whoa! So it is the Foster Hewitt Media Gondola, and the booth that Joe Bowen has called in, they're renaming it the Bowen Booth. What an honor, the Bowen Booth. Hey, Hockey, what's going on? Welcome in. Great news. Connor Murphy from the Blackhawks and Austin Matthews going to come take the ceremonial face-off. I love that. I love that so much. The Bowen booth, and he's going to come out with his daughter, or I guess granddaughter. Very, very nice moment. But the Bowen booth, what a great touch. The Foster Hewitt gondola. Foster Hewitt, a lot of us didn't have a chance to hear Foster Hewitt live, but boy, oh boy, Foster Hewitt was incredible, and Joe Bowen is definitely up there. So I'm glad they're doing something to honor him by naming it the Bowen booth. That is very, very, very classy. Very classy. So excellent move there by MLSE and the Maple Leafs organization. The gold microphone is a nice touch. The ceremony is a nice touch, but the Bowen booth is so sweet. Hey, Lightbeam, what's up? How's it going? Welcome in. Theo Sam Eagle, what's up, buddy? Hope you're enjoying it. Glad you popped in to say hello. So, all right, the ceremony is done. They're going to get things ready, and when they return, we're going to get ready to start this hockey game. So thank you for hanging out with us. I know it's a little bit later start than normal, but I appreciate you hanging in because I thought it was important. I thought it was very important to be here to celebrate this absolutely incredible occasion with Joe Bowen being celebrated here. Absolutely amazing. I'm sure each and every single one of you that's a Leaf fan out there has some kind of a memory, some kind of call in your head that you remember Joe Bowen calling, and it's absolutely incredible. Hey, Kevin, what's going on? Welcome in. What snacks? What snacks? Who's got the snacks tonight? Thank you, Theo. I appreciate you, buddy, so much. Enjoy Phantasmic. Enjoy the parks. Oh boy, wow, that was so nice. That was so nice. I hope they do something for him in the Hockey Hall of Fame. I know the Hockey Hall of Fame is for everybody. But I got to tell you, play-by-play guys, they are the voice of these teams, and they do so much for these organizations that there should be some kind of way they can honor him in the Hockey Hall of Fame, because rightly so and well-deserving. And I know there's a bunch of great play-by-play guys. I know a lot of the teams have some really good folks out there. Some not so much. But I think he is definitely deserving. And listen, there might be a lot of good play-by-play guys. Not a lot of them do 44 years, which is absolutely incredible. Hey there, Danny. What's going on? Thank you, Joe, for giving the Leafs something to be proud of right now. Oh, it's true. But you know what, Joe? They're going to make you proud. They're going to make you proud tonight. Danny, they're going to make you proud tonight because the Leafs are going to come out strong. They're going to come out like a tower of power, and they're going to get it going. Hey there, Jack. Welcome in. Welcome to the party. Good to see you. Good night. How's it going? Welcome in as well. Good to see you both here along for the ride. Should be a good one. Should be a good one. Cookies. Love the cookies. Who doesn't love some good cookies? I know I do. Love Joe Bowen. Go Leafs go. Yeah, Jack. Joe Bowen was something else. Hey there, Glenna, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday so far. It's hard to believe it's only Tuesday. For some reason, I thought we were so much further in the week. And then I was like, hey, it's only Tuesday. We have the greatest announcer of all time, Chris. Chris, thank you, brother. I appreciate that so much. That is just wild. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the kind words. Oh. That's a lot to live up to, Chris. A lot to live up to. But look, I'm blushing. I'm turning red, Chris. Yeah. But hopefully we're going to have a good one here tonight. Hopefully the Maple Leafs are going to get it going. Let's get ourselves ready to go. Let's get things set as all the widgets are going to start to pop up. Thank you for hitting those subscribes. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe. YouTube has been doing us a little dirty, but we're looking to get it all back. So thanks for helping us out. Game is about to start. We are ready to rock and roll. Matthews, you know it, 21 points in 16 games versus Chicago. Time for him to put up a few more, right? A few more. Be the doorman. Be the doorman. I would not be a good doorman. 2 bags. Thank you for hitting that follow. Appreciate it. Let's go. We will be going to the Hockey Hall of Fame in the new year at some point. And we'll see. We'll try and do a stream from the Hockey Hall of Fame, but it kind of is in the basement. So I don't know how well the signal will hold up. But we certainly will take you to the Hockey Hall of Fame, and we will attempt to stream from there. If it doesn't work, we'll just make a little bit of a vlog. So make sure you watch for that. All right, here we go. Time to drop the puck. No Connor Bedard. Nick Waugh in to take this against Dickinson, and Chicago going to win the opening draw. They draw it right back on their net. Have to be careful there. Toronto steals the outlet pass, trying to keep this one going. A nice little cycle. Hitting the corner is Domi. Domi tries to get it over to Waugh in the Blackhawks. Going to bring this one forward, playing it up. Little sloppy play from Chicago out of the gate. Maple Leafs in the neutral zone over to Joshua. He's back, takes a shot right on. Nice stop there. Joshua was out with illness, had that nasty virus that's going around. Toronto back in their own zone is McCabe. He's going to chip this one up to Joshua, plays it across to the opening wing. Nick Waugh got tripped up by the blue line, and the Maple Leafs put it in. They're going to go change up both teams. Wholesale changes as the Blackhawks going to dump this one in. William Nylander coming out, and here's the top line for the Maple Leafs. McCabe passing it across, hits the back of the net, and the Leafs going to outlet this one. Here's Nylander coming in. Matthews got tied up with his man. He goes down. Back up. Nylander tries to center it. It gets blocked. 3 Hawks on Nylander. Here's a shot knocked down by Nyes, turning and shooting. That one's going to sail up high. Benoit keeping this one in. Oh, sorry, Thrun keeping it in on the far side. Behind the net is Nyes. Spins away. A little outlet pass to Matthews. That one gets knocked down. Leafs holding it in. Good pressure here by Toronto. Here's Nylander shoveling it through into the corner. Matthews going in here after it. Ilya Mikheyev goes down, blows a tire, and Chicago sends it down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call right back to the Chicago end. Good start here for the Maple Leafs. Lots of pressure out of the gate. Like to see that. Hey, Prep, what's going on? Welcome in, Beverly. Good to see you. So everyone, I've been a Blackhawks fan since '82. But it's a great life. But the Maple Leafs are like my new favorite team to hang with. Jeff, we are happy to hang with you. I know Chicago's been a tough one, but the Blackhawks have had so many good players over the years. They're in this rebuild right now. Toronto again off the draw. Here's Tavares turning, shooting. That one doesn't miss by much. Ekman Larson on the far side, keeping this one in. Along the sideboards, Chicago trying to work it out. Toronto taking it away. Good job by Nick Robertson. Here's a long shot by the point. It gets blocked. Leafs again able to recover. To Robertson, that goes through his legs. Bad pass. It comes all the way down the ice. Leafs changing up again. That one doesn't connect. Here comes Bertuzzi to Nazar. Nazar, a little backhand across. Cycling around down on the far corner to the point. Shot goes just wide. Bertuzzi can't pick it up. Ekman Larson shoveling it ahead to Tavares. He just flips this one out. Nick Robertson almost stole it away before he heads off. Back in comes Tyler Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi, he's been playing well of late. Here's a shot right down. I don't know if that hit the goaltender or hit the Blackhawk player. Nazar in front of the net. Bertuzzi behind, trying to play it in front. Toronto wraps it to the boards, and they're going to bring this one away. Whoops, Nylander playing it a little too far back, and he gives it away. Morgan Riley up on his man in the corner. McCabe comes over. Bertuzzi digging in there. Nylander between the legs gives it away again. Come on, Willie. Stronger on the puck. Back over. McCabe going to bring this around. William Nylander was really ill the last game, and I was surprised he actually played. So I'm sure he's not 100%, but you got to give a little more effort than that. Hey, Anthony, what's going on? Welcome in. This down in the corner. Benoit going to chip it over. Matthews trying to chip it ahead. Here comes Nyes. Nyes going to carry. Spins away from a hit. Lost the puck at the red line. Tiro Teravainen, he's going to play this one up. They can't get it deep in the Leaf zone. It's Ilya Mikheyev. Puts it in. It comes to Benoit. Benoit is going to bring it. Wall is in net tonight. Hey, the Gobbler, what's going on? Welcome in. Ruben, how's it going? Joey Wall is the starting goaltender tonight for the Maple Leafs. Cowan going to flip this one in the corner. Spencer Knight going to play it around. Cut off here by the Maple Leafs. Picking it up to Cowan. Cowan using the glove to bring it down over to Lawton. Lawton shovels it behind the net. Spencer Knight there to stop it. And the Hawks going to work it up the near side of the ice. Cutting through, taken away. And the Maple Leafs, good job all the way back in their own zone. Going to play it around behind the net. Setting it up, McCabe with it. He is looking again. Leafs are changing. Each team, one shot on net. Got to pick it up and get it going. Let's go, Leafs. Here we go. Long pass up ice. Hits Joshua. It's offside. They had to tag up. The Blackhawks, Lardis is going to move it down into the Leaf zone. And again, McCabe is there to gobble up the trash. Riley, he's going to chip it to the line. Leafs get it out. Hustling down along the boards. Nick Waugh in there, but he has it taken away. And the Blackhawks very quickly going to turn it around. Racing in is Oliver Moore. Moore getting pressed along the boards by Ekman Larson. He's getting some help in there by Ryan Green, but the Maple Leafs continue to pressure and dig. Finally comes free back to the line. Here's a shot. Great save by the left pad of Joseph Woll. Huge stop. Kicked out that leg like a lightning bolt. Hey, Keep Six, what's going on? Welcome in. Anthony, thank you so much. Maybe put it backwards tonight. We'll see as time goes on. Matthews in the corner trying to spin away. Nylander with it. Willie looking. Willie still with it. Nobody to pass to. Nobody's getting open. Going to send it down for Matty Nyes. One hand on the stick. Tries to center it. Misses everybody. And this is going to come out. McCabe back to pick it up. Turning, putting it off the boards to Matthew Nyes in the neutral zone. Carries it in. Putting it around the boards. Matthews going over on the far side. Matthews with Nylander behind the net. Nylander comes out, side of the net. Nylander turning, trying to go short side. That is stopped. Matthews to the point. McCabe shooting, looking for a deflection. That one did not connect. Keeping it in. Matthews wrapping it around. Lost the handle there. And the Blackhawks again going to lift this one high and over the head of Stetcher. It comes down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call again. Really strong start here by the Maple Leafs. Really strong start. Like what I'm seeing from these guys. Hey, Terry, what's going on? Welcome in, everybody. Again, as you're coming in, hit that thumbs up button for us. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Make sure you do that as well. Hey, Cody, what's going on? TSN tonight. Game is on TSN here in the Toronto region. Patrick, what's going on? Welcome in. Centering in front for McMahon, and he almost had a chance to put that puppy in. Back to the line. Sending it down to McMahon again, deep. Bobby Mack. Tavares coming over to help him. Nick Robertson is there as well. Puck comes loose, and here comes Chicago going to race out. Near side of the ice with speed. Chicago in, cutting towards the middle. Little pass back. That one is shot, and it's blocked. Good hustle there. I think that was Burakovsky flying down. Chicago again over to Bertuzzi. He's going to dump this one in. Here come the Hawks on their forecheck. Ekman Larson leaving it. It goes behind the net. Now in front to Bobby McMahon. Little backhand flip pass. Getting it down, and they're going to go switch it up. No icing call. Del Mastro behind the net for Chicago. I like Del Mastro a lot. They're going to move this one down into the Leaf zone. Coming to cut this one off was Thurn. Toronto trying to work with him in the corner is Easton Cowan. Puck is bobbling around. Lawton is there as well. Finally comes to Cowan. Gets it to Lawton. Lawton loses it between his legs, able to get a stick on it back to Henry Thurn, and he's going to send this down the ice. Cowan is coming backside, but Spencer Knight plays it around the opposite way. Long pass out. Chicago Mikheyev going to try and pass it up the middle. That one is broken up. A couple Leafs run into each other, but they come away with the puck. Toronto over to Lawton. Lawton pulling up. He's in trouble. Big hit. Big hit. Colton Dock running into Scott Lawton. Maple Leafs in their own zone. Bad pass there, McCabe. Come on, Chicago. Can't get it out. Stolen by Cowan. Cowan go 3-on-2, giving it to Lawton. Lawton back to Cowan. That one is knocked away. Quick stick here from Chicago. What's up, Duke? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. And this one is going to go up and at a play. 12:22 to go. First period of play. Good pressure. Good pace. Great speed. Rob, what's going on? Welcome in. Joe Bowen from my area, Sudbury. Used to be for the Sudbury Wolves back in the day. Rob, now obviously I didn't watch the Sudbury Wolves back then. How was he? Was he the same energy, the same old Joe that we know and love? Keep Six coming in with the dono. Thank you for the super chat. Keep Six. Appreciate it. Quinn Hughes will score versus Lindgren tonight. Minnesota v. Washington. Keep Six is calling it. Book it. Quinn Hughes going to score. He scored, didn't he score the other night as well in his first game with Minnesota? Minnesota, they've stacked up. And there it is. The hockey sticks coming in for Keep Six. drop those hockey sticks in as a way of saying thank you. They're renaming the booth in Sudbury after him. Oh, Rob, that's awesome. As they should. As they should. That's right. Happy Hanukkah to everybody who's celebrating Hanukkah. Light those lights, light those candles tonight. And of course, everybody getting ready for Christmas. Man, it's coming fast. Fast and furious. Hope everybody's got the shopping going. Oof, man, these holidays came quick this year. I feel like it was just the beginning of November. This month went by so fast. Rick, thank you so much. We're hoping to stay there. We're hoping to stay there. Stay above. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe. It is free, and we appreciate it so very much. All right, big game for the Maple Leafs. Big game. We want to see them come out and have some fun. Catherine, what's going on? I'm going Toronto all the way. Toronto going to do it. John Cena Hall of Fame. Absolutely, Brennan. He has to be. He has to be. The problem is, Brennan, nobody's going to see him. Everyone's going to miss his induction. You can't see me. Oh, the whole John Cena thing was so disappointing. Can't wait to get my piece of coal under the tree. There you go. A piece of coal with love, Kevin. A piece of coal with love. All right, back from commercial break. Toronto going to win this face-off in their own zone. Long pass up to McCabe. McCabe leading the rush here, bringing it in. Over to Matthews to Willie. Willie, sharp angle shot goes just wide. Nye's going to keep this one in. Here's Nylander back to the point. Down in the corner. Behind the net, Nyes feeding it over to McCabe. McCabe back around to Nyes. Goes past him. Matthews can't trap it. Matthews with a quick stick. Can't dig it out in Chicago. Quickly turns it out. Toronto steals. Got it to Nyes. Nylander gets tripped up here. No call. Chicago back into the Leafs zone. A little back pass taken away by Matthews. He's going to play it over. Racing up. Good speed. Toronto coming in over the line. Quick shot by Stetcher. Great speed by Stetcher coming in. Now Stetcher has a collision behind the net. Putting it out in the slot for Domi, and he got a piece of it, but not all of it. Loose puck, and they're going to pay it up to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi, long pass. Here comes Chicago. Chicago, Lardis centering, and they can't put it together. Can't put 2 and 2 together for the Blackhawks. Domi's outlet pass hits Chicago's leg. Loose puck sitting there. Matty Nyes, he's dying. He's so tired. Cannot clear the zone. He's going to head off. In the corner, Benoit playing it behind the net. Toronto going to rotate it to the line. Not out. Again, Toronto steals it away. A lot of takeaways here for Toronto. A lot of takeaways. We watch Die Hard every year at Christmas. We open our gifts with it playing in the background. Rob, that's awesome. Here's Joshua breaking in, and he can't tuck it home. Dakota Joshua with a good chance, showing some speed. And it's going to be flayed all the way down. It's right on net, so no icing call. Ekman Larson going to pick it up. 10 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Yikta, welcome in. Thank you so much for hitting that surprise. Hitting that subscribe. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Down around behind the net. Chicago picking it up, going to move quickly. Toronto, Riley reaching, can't knock it away. Chicago going to dump this one down, and that is going to be an icing call as Teravainen tries to get in there first, but just cannot beat out Toronto. John Cena was over. You can't see me. Yeah, Joshua, some of those were so funny. Did you see the clip of him with the arcade punching bag? You know, where you punch it, and it goes up and tells you how hard to punch it? And he kept punching and missing, and he says, I haven't hit anybody for real in years. Dakota Joshua on that little break, putting it off the goalpost, coming so close. So close. Hey, Adrian, what's going on? No, we don't want him. Yes, he returned to Toronto tonight. I don't want Bertuzzi back in the blue and white. Robertson puts it just wide. Santa told me Die Hard is a Christmas classic. It is. So's Die Hard 2. Number 2 is just as much a classic Christmas movie as number 1. This comes all the way down. Grzelcyk back to pick it up for Chicago. The Blackhawks going to move this one far side of the ice towards the middle, up through a little drop pass, trying to put this one on. And that's going to be deflected up and at a play. Richard, what's up, Richard? Coming in with the super chat. Richard, thank you so much. I'm happy right now. Last Sunday, Scottish League Cup final, St. Mirren 3, Glasgow Celtic 1. Our first trophy in 12 years. There you go, Richard. Congratulations, and thank you so much for the super chat. If they can do it, we can do it. Anybody can do it. There it is. Drop those hockey sticks in as a way of saying thank you for the dono. Some dono hype. Yoko, what's going on? Welcome. Anyone know the Lunar New Year is the year of the rooster? I'm actually not sure what it is this year. I'm Santa and I don't. Chris. Oh my goodness. I love all the diehard comments. I'm excited for Christmas plus NFL football, NBA basketball, lots. Yeah, Jeff, there's gonna be lots to watch. My kind of Christmas tradition, Harry Potter is a Christmas movie. Yeah, absolutely, Joshua. My kind of holiday tradition is watching a lot of Shark Tank. When we go on vacation, there always seems to be a Shark Tank marathon, and that is on around the clock. Love it. That's what we do. One of our holiday traditions. Pretty funny. Hey, Stacy. Charge, what's going on? It's the year of the Leafs. Charge, I hope that's correct. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Go Leafs, go. Let's make it the year of the Leafs. 2025 certainly wasn't the year for Toronto sports teams. Maybe 2026 will be the year. The Blue Jays are shaping up to be a threat. The Raptors are looking good. There's some big Raptor rumors going around. And maybe the Maple Leafs will figure out what is going on and get back on track. All right, they're coming back from commercial break. Let's go. Chicago really struggling without Connor Bedard in the lineup. But this time, it's even a bigger loss because he was hot like fire. Chicago off the draw, coming up with a shot. Oh my goodness, and it finds its way in. Chicago scores first off the draw. They just walked in and took the shot. How did this get through? I can't even see it. Oh, there's no way. I think this goes off of Donato. He goes to the net. Oh yeah, Joseph Wall can't see this. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in front of him. No chance for Joseph Wall, and he almost got it. So it actually goes off. It looks like it goes off his glove. So Donato tip it, and Joseph Wall almost got his glove on it. So that's what happens. You go to the net, you clog up the front, 5 guys in front of the net, and Chicago, surprisingly, on the board first. Unbelievable. Coming around, I'm shocked. It is going to be Donato right now from Kaiser. The first goal of the game. That one shocks me. Here comes Bertuzzi. Goes in off the inside of his foot, back to his stick. Tries to center it. Chicago coming. Chicago pressing. Amazing how much adrenaline scoring a goal can give you. 9 minutes to go in the first. Chicago is just coming. Toronto trying to put this one to the boards. Finally, Nick Waugh has it. He's going to play it to the front of the net. Back over to Domi. Max Domi, cross ice. Not a good pass there, Max. Toronto going to shovel this one down, and that is going to be an icing call. Unbelievable. We need to do the same thing. That's right. That's right, Canadian guy. Clog the front of the net. Get guys in front of the net. Right? Block the goalie's views. Take the eyes away. Seriously. No. Hayden, the Hawks are much worse without Bedard. Unbelievable. Let's get this one back, Toronto. Setting it down. Nick Waugh going to put his guy up into the boards. Riley leaves his man walking right out. Wall is down. Stick comes way loose. Stick comes all the way to the top of the faceoff circle, and it goes in again. They score again. Where's the goaltender interference? We got pushing and shoving in front of the net. Benoit's tied up with Dickinson. He's got Benoit in a headlock here. So Toronto is arguing. The puck was frozen. Joseph Wall's stick ends up the top of the faceoff circles. What a disaster here. We got to see a replay. It was so hard to see. So the stick knocked out of Joseph Wall's hands by the Chicago player. It's underneath him. The puck is underneath Joseph Wall. Chicago comes with the stick. and jams Joseph Woll, and it goes in. This is a bad call by the official. The puck is clearly underneath Joseph Woll. There's absolutely no way the referee could see this puck. This should have been blown dead. This should be no goal. Terrible call by the officials if they let this stand. The goaltender had the puck under his legs, squeezing it, and here comes Chicago digging in with the stick to knock this one in. Clearly, it is covered by the goaltender. Clearly, the referee cannot see the puck. So I would challenge this. If the referees aren't going to review this on their own, I would 100% challenge it. And there it is. Coach is going to do this. He's going to call him over. This should be absolutely challenged. Now, I think you got to challenge goaltender interference on it. I don't think you can challenge that it was smothered. But absolutely, he stick into the pads to push this one in. Coaches challenge goaltender interference. You can even call goaltender interference before. When Chicago came around the side of the net, they knocked the stick out of Joseph Woll's hand so hard that it ended up at the top of the faceoff circle. So we got a coach's challenge coming up here. Puck is clearly smothered for about 3 seconds. You can't see it. He's in the butterfly with the puck underneath him, and the stick is jammed in. So the puck was not moving. It's underneath him, and he's got the pads closed. So this puck does not go in. And in fact, the Chicago player doesn't even touch the puck. He pushes the pads, which knocks the puck that rolls in. So this is no goal. No goal. That is the right call after the coach's challenge. They determined there was goaltender interference. No goal. You got 2 rookie NHL refs with less than 5 years experience, which, Jeff, is sad, right? That is sad. But that's the right call, and that's the call the referee should have made on the ice. There is absolutely no reason why the referee calls that a goal. The referee is standing there. He clearly cannot see the puck. No, only 1 goal. The second goal was goaltender interference. Does not count. So, terrible call by the referee. In the rules, if you cannot see the puck, you have to blow the play dead. So they could have called goaltender interference right away. They could have called intent to blow the whistle. All right, here we go. 1-0 Chicago, 8.5 left here in period number 1. Shot right into the glove of Joseph Woll. He's going to catch and hang on to that one. So pretty crazy. Kaiser was right there, right? He was right there, and I can't take anything away from Chicago for trying, right? You know it's under him. You got to try what you can do. Matthews can't bring this one in. It's bobbling in the air. Chicago knocks it out. Riley swiping at it, getting it over to Matty Nyes. Nyes playing this one into the corner. Nyes coming around to get it. Matthews watching the boards as well. Vlasic sending it around far side. Nylander is there trying to cut it off. Matthews is there as well. He does cut it off. Puck is bouncing around. Matthew Nyes gets tripped up. Puck is going to come out. Nyes slow to get up. He's right on the blue line, though, and they're going to call it offside. Matthew Nyes looks a little uncomfortable, shall we say. He's barking. He's going to head right to the bench. So Matthew Nyes, oh yeah, takes a little shove from behind. He goes left shoulder first into the boards. Not happy about that one either. Jar, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Going to play this up. Big hit coming, and that missed. Thurn trying to send this one around. Toronto looking to bring up the physicality. Robertson racing in. Robertson first one back. Going to play it to the line. Benoit, shoot that. He does. Looking for the tip. Tavares didn't miss by much. Stolen away. Good job here by Bobby McMahon. Bobby Mack cycling the net. He's going to be pushed into the boards, and he gets tripped up. Stolen by Robertson. Back to the point. Toronto going to work the boards, keeping this one in. Now it comes to the line. Referee says no. Toronto tags up anyways, and the puck rolls right back down. Hey, Mary, what's going on? Welcome in. Back behind is Murphy. Murphy setting up. Toronto had a real hot start to this game. They were playing at a great pace, and they've since slowed down tremendously. But they're working it. They're working it hard here. This coming around behind. Nah, Duke, I don't think it's an awful start. It was a lucky goal. They had 5 guys screening the goaltender. They're just going to play it off the boards. Toronto hitting the red line, dumping it down. Stetcher doing a nice job. Nylander trying to get there first. The goaltender has to play it around. 6.5 to go here in the first period. And here comes Chicago back in the Leaf zone, offside, but a very delayed offside. So we're going to get a face-off just outside. Felix, what's going on? Thank you so much for the heart. I appreciate that, Felix. Hope you're doing well. Ryan, what's going on? Welcome in. It was clear as day. That's right. Clear as day goaltender interference. Leafs should win. Absolutely, Hayden. This is one they should take for sure. Jeff, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Background, Riley going to play this one up. Toronto coming in. Yeah, I think, Duke, I think the shots, I think they're going to adjust that because they've definitely had more than 2 shots. I would probably say they're probably at about 4 or 5, to be honest. But it is a very low shooting game. Back around behind the Leaf net. Ekman Larson digs it free. A lot of neutral zone play here. Toronto going to put it off the boards, and the third line is going to go pull up, get some fresh legs coming on. They got put on the right shift. Nice. Isn't it nice when that happens? Wall came out to play it. Benoit over to Joshua. Joshua, long cross-ice pass. Not sure who that was intended for. Lawton steals. Here comes Lawton, 1 man to beat. Turns his back, comes around, and he goes down. Penalty coming up. Toronto going to go to the power play. Nice heads-up pass there. And Scotty Lawton with a nifty move, a dangerous move, putting your back to the defender. Tried to curl around and send it towards the net. And Connor Murphy is going to take him down. So when they return from commercial break, the Maple Leafs are going to get an opportunity to go to the power play, and we'll see what the Maple Leafs are going to do. We believe that they can come through and do some good things. So let's go Toronto. Let's see if they can figure it out. Power play has not been their strong suit. Not been their strong suit for sure. Oh, it's on Sunday. All right, well, happy early birthday in advance. Hey, Ursies, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see ya. That's right, Patrick. It is pretty much an absolute must score. Got to tie this one up to end the period. Need a big goal here. Need somebody to step up. They've been buzzing all around. They've been really working all around, but they haven't tested the goalie. They haven't made him work too much yet. All right. Let's do it, Maple Leafs. All right. If you're just joining us for the power play, make sure you hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button. It is super important for us. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Let's get it back up. Smash that subscribe. And last but not least, share us out. Share us out to all the social media sites, any bulletin boards, anywhere that you have a social circle. Hit that share button, drop our link, and say, hey, come check out this pretty good sports channel. We would appreciate it tremendously. All right, Maple Leafs, you know it's time. I miss Jay's playoff baseball. Oh, Zara, that was so much fun. The baseball season was so much fun, but baseball will be here before you know it, which is a good thing because it means summer is here, but it's a bad thing because it means hockey is coming to an end. All right, Matthews. Let's go. Matthews or Willie, one of you two. Time to pick it up. Here we go. Man advantage, 2 minutes on the clock. Maple Leafs 30th in the league on the power play in Chicago, who's 4th in the league on the penalty kill. Going to send this one all the way down the ice. Let's do it. Leafs setting it up. Here comes Nylander through the middle. Lost it, and it's offside. Chicago going to turn. They got numbers. 3-on-1. Toronto trying to scuttle back, and they score a shorthanded flipping goal. Unbelievable. William Nylander lost it not once, but twice. Turns it over. It's a 3-on-1. Morgan Rielly, the only defender back. And Rielly, you made the biggest mistake a lot of young defensemen make. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Emma, hitting that subscribe. Welcome into the channel. You leave the shooter to the goaltender. You take the pass away. What happens? Morgan Rielly goes right to the shooter on a 3-on-1, leaving the pass wide open, and they score a shorthanded goal. Terrible play by Morgan Rielly. Horrible play by William Nylander. That's why sometimes you got to dump it in. You can't carry it over the line. But thank you, everybody, for getting those subs up. Over the line, Toronto. Sending it down deep. Domi behind the net, has it in his feet. Trying to bring it around. Chicago ripping it around the boards, and that's going to come out and all the way down the ice. Unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. All right, let's turn it around. Everybody says, turn the hat, turn the hat, let's turn the hat. At the same time, let's bench Morgan Rielly for that terrible play. Toronto, Nylander, over to Rielly, back to Willie. Willie looking. He shoots blindly. Nice there. Rielly there, digging at it. Morgan Rielly, you're a defenseman. And now it's a 2-on-1 with Nylander back. Rielly trying to get back. They shoot. That one is high. And it's into the mesh. They almost scored again. Shorthanded. My goodness. But Emma, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. We appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Morgan Rielly. I tell you, if one of the kids on my kids' team does that, he's benched. He's sitting. Coach would not be happy about that. Here's McCabe going to play this one over. 8 seconds to go on the power play. Robertson cutting through. Robertson trying to bring up over the line. He's going to send this one deep. No power play goal for Toronto. They said Toronto had 2 shots on that power play. I don't know where those shots came from. One for sure. Here's a shot. That one off the blocker. Goes wide. Nice stop. 3:15 to go. And again, Chicago sends us down the ice. Hey, Peter, what's going on? Welcome in. Joe, how's it going? Anytime we get a penalty, we should just even it up. It's that bad. It is bad. Can we defer? Can we decline the penalty? Vito, welcome back. Vito's losing his mind. Vito is absolutely losing his mind. Chicago coming up the middle of the ice. Toronto going to steal this one away. Domi can't get there. This comes out. 2:40 to go. 2-0 Chicago here in the first period. Shots are 9-6. Back across Bertuzzi. He can't control it. Now we'll try and show you what went down. We'll see if we can find the highlights to take a look at it during intermission. Murphy playing this one across. Looking, here's a shot. Stopped, kicked over to the corner. Domi gives it away right in the slot area. Burakovsky with it. He loses it. Comes out, and Chicago going to bring this one all the way back. I didn't know the Chicago Blackhawks were playing like an all-star team these days. Hey, Road Warriors, what's going on? On the Sharks party bus. Nylander going to play this one back. Leafs curling in their own zone. Thurn is with it. He's looking, gives it to Matthews. Matthews tipped it in, had it towards the side of the net. He's going to play this one along. Nylander puts his man into the boards. And again, Chicago with ease going to clear this one out. Morgan Rielly going to play this across. Let's go. Travis, what's going on? Robertson, Mischelli, and Rielly to the pens for Dumba and Skinner. Dumba was put on waivers. We should have picked him up while he was available. That was a big mistake. I like Dumba a lot. This down, Rielly going to pick it up. 1:16 to go. Here comes Matthews. Matthews. A terrible pass to Nylander, who is all tied up. Bringing this one back across. Into the zone. Donato pinched up against the boards. Nyes coming in. They're digging for it. Stetcher in there. He's going to come away with it. This is going to be dumped right back in. Toronto's going to steal. Trying to get it out. And they do, but to nobody. No avail. Bobby McMahon, he can't track it down. Long pass across. Big hit there at center ice. Toronto stepping into Donato. Chicago coming in. That's going to be offside call. Another very slow offside. Antoine, that's right. No Connor Bedard tonight. No Connor Bedard at all. It is unbelievable. Gotta press. Gotta press. Tiro Tiravainen coming through with a great play. Matthew Nyes getting physical. He's mixing it up. Here comes Benoit. Benny with 28 seconds to go tries to play it up. Chicago keeps it in there. Here they come. Backhand pass. Shot right on. Wall with a nice save. This down in the corner. Tavares steps into his man. Leafs going to play this one up. 16 seconds to go. Bobby McMahon, he comes in. This is going to be played back. Nothing doing. Blunders in the neutral zone with 5 seconds to go. It's down on the Maple Leafs side. The horn is going to go, and this period is done. And yikes, 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 yikes. Not a great period by any means. Toronto really, really struggled here. Really struggled. Let's see if we can pull this up and take a look at a couple of things that took place here. We're going to show you what we can. So let's see if we can find this. Okay. So let me bring this one up. And just like we did in the last game, it will take me just a minute to, whoops. Why did it put that up? What is that linked to? Nope, that's not what we want. We got to take this. Gonna bring this. Oh, that's the wrong one. Haha. Is it this one?
We wanted to be a place where hockey fans could come and really experience the game.
Let me, sorry, I'm just gonna work to bring this up so we can look at this live. Here, it should be this one. There we go. All right, let's, whoops. So we're gonna take a look at this play. We're gonna show you the replay here. Just give me a second to adjust because it always, there we go. All right, so you'll be able to get the idea, see what's going on here. So here's Nylander. Nylander coming in. He loses the puck right here for a moment. The puck rolls off his stick. So that's the first kind of issue, right? You figure you lose the puck here, it's not good. So maybe you should pick it up and dump it in. Instead, he reaches for it, he grabs it again, and here he absolutely loses it. He loses it. He's looking at the puck. The puck is here. He overskates it. Here's the Boston defender. The Boston defender is going to pick up this puck. That's right here. He's going to turn quickly, work it up, and here comes Boston, right? All of a sudden, Boston, here. They got 3 guys going. You got Morgan Rielly that's back. So what should normally happen in this play is Morgan Rielly should be concerned about these two here, watching for a pass. Let your goaltender take the shooter. You got a player on the back check, so they're going to be whacking at the hands, doing all kind of stuff. Trey, what's going on? LJ, what's up? Oh, you know what? I just realized this isn't actually showing over on the other one. So let me bring this up for you guys as well, so we can highlight this together. I just realized it wasn't showing. So let me just sort this here. Okay. So you can see here's 3 Leafs, right? 3 Leafs. Whoops. 3 Leafs, 1, 2, 3. Morgan Rielly is the only one back. 3 Blackhawks coming in. This guy over here on the far side has the puck. So what should happen is Morgan Rielly, again, should be watching for the pass. Scott Lawton is trying to catch up here to Creever, but he just can't. He's too fast. This Leaf player should be trying to catch this guy. Instead, Morgan Rielly, and I believe, is that Domi? It is Domi on the far side. So what happens is Morgan Rielly peels over. Oh, it's Tavares, excuse me. Tavares should have stuck with him. Tavares tries to block the passing lane here to 46. Morgan Rielly goes to take the shooter, and what happens is number 16, Dickinson, is wide open here. Wide open. The pass comes across, and it's a one-timer, and Wall almost got it. It actually wasn't a great shot from Dickinson. He should have put it more towards the edge of the net, but he puts it to the middle. Joseph Wall coming over, almost got a piece of it, but just can't get there in time. So again, a bad turnover right here by William Nylander is part of the problem. And then the play as we get into the zone, again, 3 set up, executed very, very well by Chicago. Just Tavares needs to stay on his man. Lawton has to come to his man. And what happens, Tavares pulls towards the middle to try and take the pass away. Morgan Riley breaks to the shooter, and that leaves right here Dickinson wide open for the goal. So just not heads up playing at all. And it's just, that is not how it should work. They're wasting their time with Wool, simply wasting their time. I don't think they're wasting their time. It's just, that's a tough break. All right, let me see if we can find the first goal here, and you can see what I mean. Here's the no goal. That's not a good shot. Here's a good one. Okay, so we talk about the second goal, right? The second goal is a important one that I think we need to review as well. When we take a look, this is the goal that was called off. So you see here's Joseph Wall's stick. So player actually came around the backside, and this clip doesn't go far enough. The player came around backside, knocks Wall's stick. Wall's stick goes flying, and here the Maple Leaf player knocks it as well. So here's Wall. Still he's down. The puck comes in, and right here you'll see it. Here's the puck. Puck is coming. Wall's in good position. Underneath him, and he's in the butterfly, right? Knees together. Puck is underneath him. There's no forward motion. So what happens is at this point, you can see as I'm still moving it, the puck is not bringing him out. His legs are together. So what's happening now? 2 things. One, it's clearly a frozen puck, right? Clearly a frozen puck. Hey there, Peter. What's going on? So at this point, the ref should have blown the whistle. Okay. The other thing to note is the referee, there's no chance the referee can see this play. There's no chance the referee can see this puck. So he should have blown it down due to losing sight. So what happens is Dickinson comes in. If I do this in slow motion, here's the blade of his stick, jams the pad, clearly shuffs Joseph Wall, and the puck kind of rolls through. So that's why it was goaltender interference, jams the legs, and that one rolls through. All right, let me see if we can find the goal. So, okay, here's, do we have a better angle of it? This might be a better angle of it. So we can see off the face-off, it comes back to the point. And if I fast forward right about here where the shot, look at the bodies. Look at the bodies that are coming across that Wall has to see. And as the puck comes through, it's tipped right here in front of him and just goes through. So a late reaction. But what a lineup of bodies that he's got to see through. Right? Look at this herd of people. Look at this herd of people. He's got to come through. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. And now I know it all after the shot, it kind of clears out. He goes down. He almost got a piece on the deflection, but so close, but not close enough. If we take a look at Dakota Joshua, his opportunity, he came in on a break. He tries to flip it up and go glove side, and it goes right here off the post. So a nice try there. Maple Leafs' best opportunity, just couldn't put it through. But those are what has taken place in the first period of play. Some good opportunities, some good tries. They couldn't do it. Sam, what's going on? It's your Blackhawks. There you go. Richard, welcome and went through 4 Leafs. They couldn't touch it. That's right, Richard. Sometimes it just finds its way through, right? Finds its way through. I bet you they should be taking time to reflect on where they want to go in hockey and forget everything else. Blank slate. You know, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea there to go blank slate, try and figure it out. But they need a couple of pieces. They need a couple of pieces for sure. Hey, Chris and Nikki, there. Matthew, start putting the work as captain. The GM going to have to decide a new captain. You know, they're going to have to figure something out for sure. Hey, Sam, what's going on? Welcome in. I still think Toronto's going to come out on top. I really do. I feel like they're going to turn this one around. But the Maple Leafs have some serious decisions to make. The way I see it is they need at minimum two guys, right? And those two guys are a solid defenseman. I don't think Morgan Rielly is your guy. Morgan Rielly is definitely not your guy. I think it's time Morgan Rielly moves on from Toronto. The problem is with his salary and the way he's playing, you may have a hard time moving him. We've been saying this, I think, for 3 years now, that it's time for Morgan Rielly to move on. Now, in fairness, because we got to be fair, so let's be fair. In fairness, Toronto's defense core is hurting with injuries right now. They are suffering big time. Had a sneeze, it didn't come. Chris Tanev is out with injury. That is a huge blow. Brendan Carlo out with injury. Not so much of a big blow. I think Troy Stetcher has been a nice addition and stepped in, but before him, we had Mermis and Myers playing, and that just doesn't cut it. So they have a lot of injuries, but we need a top defenseman. We also need a top six forward. We need a top six playmaker, somebody who can move the puck, somebody that can skate. It's going to be super, super important to find somebody that can do it and move the puck. We need a small guy that has waves in front of the net. Go, Buds, go. We'll get there, Anthony. We'll get there. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Leafs have never learned not to skate in a Buffalo. That's really funny. Rielly has a no move clause, which is also a bit of a challenge, but they can figure out a way. He's locked up till, what is it? 29-30 is his last year. So he's a UFA in 30-31. So I'm sure they can come up with something. Hey, 416, welcome in. Joe Bowen deserved better. I don't think the arena's trash. I don't mind it. Hey, Rico, how's it going? Yeah, it's a little embarrassing. But for sure. Defenseman needs love from the offense. They do, absolutely, Anthony. You're not wrong there. It's not solely the defenseman's fault. You got to get back. You got to hustle. You got to help them out. But right now, that is a big struggle for Toronto. Is they're a little slow on the comeback. But this is a big game for both of these teams. As Chicago is they're tied with Winnipeg now, trying to leapfrog them. Toronto is just a point above the Buffalo Sabres. Yikes. So they got to get some wins going. We need someone like Marner. Bree, that's hysterical. No, not like Marner. Definitely not like Marner. Listen, Marner was great at passing the puck, but he was just such he just had not a tough bone in his body. Just not a tough bone in his body. Thank you so very, very much. Where did I see that? James, thank you for that. He's feeling a little bit better. Still not great, but hopefully soon. Pickleball Pat, what's going on? Welcome in. I'm liking your assessment, Sam. I'm also wondering if Berube will be gone. He clearly doesn't know what to do. You know, that's an interesting call out on Berube. Hey, Lizard, what's going on? Welcome in. That's right. Only end of the first. You start to question strategy, right? You start to question strategy. It's not even about motivation at this point. It's about strategy. And I don't know if we have the right things going on. I mean, if we look at the stats, 10 shots for Chicago, 7 for Toronto. Every single game, except for one or two, they've had less shots than their opponents. They're really, really bad at putting shots on net. Face-offs tonight, they're struggling. 7 of 16, good for 43.8%, well below their season average, struggling in the face-offs. 0 for 1 on the power play. 14 hits to Chicago's 10. 5 block shots, which is good, and only 5 giveaways, which is good for Toronto. But they got to do something. And, you know, Vito, that's a good point. Maybe that's what you need. Toronto has been very good at scratching Nick Robertson, scratching some of these lower, bottom 6 guys. Maybe it's time they scratch someone like Rielly, doing something that that speaks up and says, hey, you can't do this, right? You can't do this. You gotta make those plays. Thank you so much for the subscribe, by the way. Much appreciated. And welcome into the community. But thank you for that. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, light that blue lamp, hit that subscribe button. It is completely free to do. Oh, but boy, it is frustrating. And we can analyze this all we want. We can look at all the numbers we want. And you know, I'm glad I didn't bet today because I would have been so far wrong. But it's the little things they got to do better. For example, the comeback, right? We just saw there, Tavares and Lawton. Got to get back, got to help out your defender, especially on a turnover. Hey, Dave, what's going on? 34 needs to get out of whatever it is. He does. He does, absolutely. We need some urgency from Matthews. Matthews played 6 minutes and 54 seconds of that period. The top line was -1. They need to get there. No shots from Austin Matthews in this first period. No hits from Austin Matthews in this first period. Matthews used to be good for 6 to 8 shots a game, right? No shots in the first period. Matthew Nyes had 2 in the first period. Nylander had 1. Joshua had 1. Nick Robertson had 1. That's it for the forwards. No shots for Domi, which he only played under 6 minutes. No shots for Lawton. No shots for Matthews. No shots for Cowan. No shots for McMahon. No shots for Tavares. Need to start getting some stuff from these guys. The top 6 needs to be the top 6. From defense, Benoit and Stetcher, the only guys who have taken shots. And this is something we've harped about so much. Peter, thank you so much for sub-a-dub-dub. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for hitting it. Adeb, thank you as well, hitting that subscribe. Welcome in, Brendan. Appreciate all the love, hitting those subscribes for us. Maybe the Toronto PWHL team can teach the Leafs how to be real hockey players. That is funny. Just going to say it. They should have traded Matthews, not Marner. I actually like Marner, but I've never liked Matthews. So, Vito, you're not alone in that sentiment at all. You are not alone. You are not alone. I'm not going to sing. Dave, thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. The thing with Marner is he's just too light. And I mean too light by too soft. He was a very soft hockey player. Matthews is definitely a little bit stronger. He's a little bit more physical, but we need to see that urgency from him. Hey, Viking, what's going on? Welcome in. We need to see the urgency from Matthews. I think you would all agree. And if Matthews is hurt, and God, we've been saying this for so long. Hey, Single, what's going on? He is a good hockey player, but he needs to get going. And if he is hurt, and we said this last year, we said this the year before, if he's hurt, what he's doing right now is not helping the team. If he's hurt, shut him down, right? Shut him down. Last year, he was hurt for all of November and part of December. He came back to play for the Four Nations tournament. They should have shut him down for most of the year last year, right? Whatever is going on, it's something. Real, how's it going? I think it's time for Ruby to go. Last year was pretty much the same story. Masked by great goaltending. They were outshot most games. And it's a valid point, really. A very, very valid point. They're both soft. Yeah, Matthews, he plays a little bit stronger. Marner acted so much like a prima donna. I was not a fan of that at all. All right, let's get going. Thank you, everybody, for hitting those subs. All right, what if Matthews just isn't good anymore? And Hayden, that can happen, right? That can happen. Whatever, if it was his back, his wrist, whatever it was, maybe he's just to the point where it's a mental game where he just can't get himself out of this funk. Even looking at him on the bench, he's kind of looking down. He's frustrated. It's like remember the movie Major League? Watching Major League when they were down, seeing the way the players are just so frustrated. And Pedro Serrano, remember Pedro Serrano? How he yelled at his bat, how he was showing his frustration. That's what Matthews looks like right now. All right. They have to be doing it on purpose to get... I hope not, Patrick. I really hope not. But hey, you never know. All right, second period. Let's go. Leafs going to win the opening draw. Going to send this one all the way down the ice. Down around behind the net. Going to be played around. Maple Leafs trying to wake up. Let's get a quick one here. Get things going. Haven't really tested Spencer Knight too much. Bobbling it. And Grizzly going to take it away. Chicago through the neutral zone. Up over the line. Chicago walking in. Has a lane towards the net. Coming over was Ekman Larson making a nice play. Domi is there as well. And I think coach should take a look and say, hey, first period, you guys did not work. You have 5 minutes. If it doesn't work, we're changing the lineup. Switch guys around. Don't wait till the end of the game to make line changes. Burakovsky keeping it in, shaking, baking, shooting. Loose puck in the slot. Leafs whacking at it. They're going to get it to the line. Nick Waugh going to bring it out. Over to Joshua. Hits the red line. He's going to play this one down. They're going to try and work this one through. Chicago, very quick outlet pass. Going to get it all the way down the ice. Puck is bouncing around. Beverly coming in. I didn't see the comment, but thank you, Beverly. This down around at the side. Chicago still working. There it is. 36 months. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Blessed 12 days or anything else you celebrate. Beverly spreading the love. Thank you, Beverly, so much. We appreciate you. Here comes Toronto into the zone. Nylander passing across. Nice. Right on and a nice save. Excellent play there. Excellent, great play. The Viking could very well be right with the back pain. Very well could be right there. This coming back across. Back in the Leaf zone. Great try there by Nyes. Great play. Leafs passing this across. Tavares setting it in. Stopped at the line. Chicago. Nice quick stick there. Chicago centering it through. Chicago with a chance. Shot. Great stop by Wall. Leafs going to play it off the boards to Tavares. Tavares across. The Leafs working in slow motion here. Chipping it in. Robertson got knocked down. Back on his feet. Leafs going to hold the line. Robertson in the corner. Got it to McMahon. McMahon dumping it to the corner. Tavares coming. Getting it to Robertson. Robertson looking at the point. Shooting. Nice. Oh, it missed the net. Tavares between the legs trying to jam it in. Nice play there by Tavares at the side of the net. And that's going to be grabbed and held. So again, Toronto with a couple chances out of the gate here in this period. Let's go. Let's do it. Good hustle. Really good hustle. Matthew Nyes was so close. So close. A great opportunity. Just couldn't tuck it home. Matthews is permanently hurt. I hope not. I hope not. Scrum off the draw. Comes right in front of the net. Chicago going to pick this one up, giving it away. Back in the corner. Digging at it was Cowan. It's going to come free. Chicago getting this one out down the ice. Comes right to Riley. Riley off the boards. This one is dumped right in. Chicago just ripping it. I got to say, I like what Chicago is doing. They're playing the Leafs in a very, very smart way. They're keeping the puck towards the boards, and that's where Toronto has struggled tremendously. Leafs are the strongest team in the league. They're holding everybody else up. Sean, I love that. That's hysterical. Hey, True, what's going on? Welcome in. Chicago with a 2-0 lead now. I still believe the Maple Leafs are going to get back in here. I really do. I might be delusional. That's going to be an icing call against the Maple Leafs, but I do believe Toronto will get back into this hockey game, and they're gonna make a play for it. If Toronto loses tonight, well, I'm not going to say it, but you know I've been with this team. I've been so sticking with them, and I'm still proud. I still think they can do this. But, man, if they lose today. Hey, Brendan, what's going on? Welcome. Leafs going to dump this one down in the corner. Nick Waugh coming in here after it. I might trade somebody. Domi getting it over the line, feeding this one back. Stetcher He's going to play this one back. Forwards, guys, forwards. Now they're going to dump this one in. Spencer Knight hasn't played a great game, but he's made a couple big saves. Nyes behind the net, puts it in front to Matthews. He can't shoot. Here's a shot from the point. It gets knocked down. Toronto still with it. Nylander behind the net, goes one way, now back the other way. Somebody get open for him. Nylander still going, turns, throws it towards the net. That one's blocked, and Chicago's going to bring this one out. Twice Nylander has given the puck away at the blue line. They were struggling, and then I came back to win it. Yeah, they'll come back to win it. You gotta believe. Gotta believe. Teravainen putting it across. Oh, good thing that didn't connect, or Mikheyev would have had a wide open net. Back down in the zone. Mikheyev cycling away from Tavares. Nyes couldn't get it. Here comes Tavares all by himself. Going to dump it in the corner. Dances around one defender going in here. And it's dumped away from Vlasic. Vlasic putting it away from Tavares. Ekman Larson holding the line. Tavares behind the net. Tavares has McMahon in front. But McMahon, you got to be open for the pass. Bobby Mack has it in the skates. Comes to the point. Picked up here by Riley. Throws it towards the net. That one is kicked up and at a play. And that is a sweet play by the goaltender. Directs it up and at a play to get a stoppage. Have you ever seen the Mighty Ducks? Absolutely. But I got to tell you, the Mighty Ducks had more passion and more urgency in their team than what we see here from these Maple Leafs. But they're coming close. They're coming close. And it's Troy Stetcher right now. He should have an A on his chest. He's playing so hard. You know what movie Chris Nicky buddies they got to watch? Is The Passion Returns. The Passion Returns on VHS, the 1992-93 playoff run from the Toronto Maple Leafs. You want to get hyped up? That video, if you can find it, man, that'll get you hyped up. The Passion Returns. I still have it on VHS somewhere. There it is. Mega. What's up, Mega? Leon gets his 1,000th point tonight. Sweet. Us fans are too loyal. The org hasn't been exactly favorable. No, they have not. Sam will be for the guest coach. They wouldn't want me as a coach. I would sit everybody. Cowan coming in on the forecheck. Chicago going to look around him. Going to pass it up. Good, quick puck movement by Chicago. Chicago, quick passes and hitting the open men, which is something Toronto is not doing. Toronto holds the puck far too long. Thornburn behind the net over to Benoit. Benny looking, long pass up the boards. Chipped in, but it goes up and at a play. Sounds like a movie starring Mel Gibson. Oh, my goodness. They're going to go to commercial break. 13:41 to go here in the second period. But I like that Toronto is getting some chances here, right? They're doing some good things. Hey there, Jay. What's going on? Stetcher is my current favorite Leaf. Jay, he's been playing so well. He's been playing so hard. Jerry gave early gift to his team. These guys just need to get it going. It's still early in the season. They have time. They do it. You're right. It is early. They do have time. Hey there, Donald. Welcome in. But if they don't get it going somewhat soon, they're going to run into some problems. It is close enough in the standings that if they go on a bit of a run, no problem whatsoever, right? All it takes is a little bit of a run. You string together 4 or 5 wins, 6 wins, go 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, which you've done before. They're in a great spot. We can say that today. February might be a different story. They need to watch When the Trauma. Please make the finals when Matt Sundin was the captain. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What Matt Sundin did with this team, they were exceptional. Dylan, how's it going? Go Jays. Go Jays. Hey there, Laurie. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Get rid of Matthews. The problem is what do you replace him with? You know, hey, Edmonton is shopping around. You think they'd still be willing to do a Matthews for McDavid swap? Dad's favorite player is Matt Sundin. He was good. He was so good, Matt Sundin. So Chicago is really kind of stretching things, or Toronto, excuse me, trying to stretch things when their defense is kind of behind their own net. They have two forwards up at the red line waiting for these passes to come out. Sometimes they got to change it up. They're playing lazy cherry picking hockey right now, and that's not really going to work. All right, back from commercial break. Chicago still up 2-0. Shots are 11 apiece. Riley with it, gives it away. Chicago going to put this down. Penalty coming up. And it's going to be touched. I believe it is going to be against Toronto. Is this on Joshua? So it is. Dakota Joshua is going to go to the penalty box. So the first opportunity for Chicago. Hey, maybe Toronto will get a shorty now. Is there a shorty in the house? So Morgan Riley turns the puck over. Joshua and Tominato were battling, and just careless Joshua with his stick up high over his shoulder. Careless. Tucker was amazing. Yeah, Tucker was special. He was very special. Chicago Nazar walking into the corner, and that's going to be grabbed and held on to. So stoppage. Frank Nazar has been such a wonderful player to watch. He is a great skater. He's so good. Hey there, Onyx. What's up? Welcome in. Elvino, how's it going? Hawks are faster. They are pressing right now. I'm pressing real good. Off the draw, shot right on. Again, stopped, and Toronto going to put it down. Here they come, shorthanded, 2-on-2. Into the zone, Toronto, drop pass into the high slot. Shoot that. They do, and it trickles just past the goalpost. Oh, my goodness. Scotty Lawton almost got one. Nice little play. In over the zone, Lorentz fighting for it. Toronto going to put it behind the net to McCabe. He's going to send this one down. Toronto coming so close there. So close. Let's go. And Cowan for Justin Hall. No, thank you. Justin Hall. No worry. No worries. Justin Hall, you're good. You can stay away. Maybe Jake Gardner is still available. This is picked up. Stetcher gets it to the line, not out. Chicago keeping this one in. Back across. Toronto getting a little aggressive on the puck carrier. Keep doing that. Waugh comes down low. Back to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi, face-off dot. Goes back to the point. Back to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi throwing it towards the net. It's knocked down. Waugh can't clear. Another shot. It comes back door. They had to pull it out of their feet. Burakovsky can't shoot. Back to Burakovsky. He goes across. It's deflected. Up and out of play. Good stick. Good stick there. Big Vegas for Marner back. Tyler, could you imagine? Unfortunately, it wasn't that the Toronto Maple Leafs wanted to trade Mitch Marner. They didn't want to get rid of him. Mitch Marner did not want to be in Toronto. He made it very clear he had no intentions of re-signing. In fact, when they were in LA or in Vegas for the All-Star game, he was asking what it's like to live in Vegas. So he knew way back then. Toronto steals, and they're going to clear. Puck is knocked down. Lawton again hustling forward. Couldn't get over there. Kaiser going to bring it in, pass across. Chicago setting it up. Lawton finally gets back in the zone. 10 seconds to go in the power play. 11:30 in the period. Cross ice, setting it up. No shot. Back to the point. Teravainen wants it. Shoots it. That one goes just wide. Power play is going to expire. Puck is still in the Leaf zone. Morgan Riley gave it away again. It came right in front. Joshua's back out. He's going to play this one up to Lorentz. Lorentz is chugging away, but he's stopped here by Kaiser. Taking him deep. Toronto trying to bring up the physicality, but Chicago takes the puck away, and they're going to bring this one up, dumping it into the Leaf zone. Ekman Larson back in here, but at least the Leafs killed it off. Here's a long cross-ice pass to Nylander. Nylander boots it again, hits the red line, and dumps this one in. William Nylander is just on another planet right now. Puck coming in front. He is not overly motivated. Trying to chip this one in. It's not. It comes out. Matthews yells at third saying, I'll take it. And he's going to pass this one all the way back. Hey, Gerardo, what's going on? Next goal is vital. Need to get there. Ekman Larson going to play this one up. Matthews and Nylander almost collided with each other. And with 10:23 to go here in the second, it's an icing call. I'm going to come all the way back. Chris, I do believe Toronto can still win this. Yes, I absolutely do believe Toronto can still win this. But they have to push. I feel like lacing up the skates. I wonder if Chief will accept me. George, you got to prove yourself. Are you a passer or are you a physical player? Off the draw. Come on, Toronto escapes the zone. 3-on-2. Flipping it ahead. Nice. Turning the corner. Shooting. And a nice save. And so again, Toronto. Nice. Too far out. Throwing it towards the net. Taking a shot. Got him. Move back. He made Matthews. The fans cried when he didn't score in the playoffs. Marner to McDavid, left open to in front of the net. Matthews can't win. Todd, that's true. He made a great pass there. He absolutely made a great pass. And listen, Marner is a 100-point player. He's not a bad regular season player. He's a great passer, hands down. But he is a proven terrible playoff performer year after year. Marner couldn't take the pressure, and Marner can't take the physicality. But I agree with you there. He did leave him open. Trying to play it across. Tavares in the slot. Couldn't pull the trigger. He goes down. Here comes Burakovsky. He's going to race up over the line. Burakovsky shakes off McMahon. Sends this one across. Del Mastro going to play it around. Bertuzzi behind the net. Trying to bang in front. He can. It's taken away. Toronto goes off the glass. Getting it out, but they can't hit Tavares. Bobby Mack is digging. Tavares comes over. Everybody's trying to pick this one up. Let's go. Sam, what gods are you getting your info from? Clearly not the right ones, Donald. Clearly not the right ones. Oh, Jake Gardner officially retired. Maybe he'd come out of retirement to come back. This is going to be played out and down the ice. Benoit with it. He's going to curl away. Takes a bump behind the net. Toronto going to play this one up. They can't receive a pass. Domi chips it to Waugh. Waugh spinning around. He goes down. Domi misses the puck. And here comes Chicago back the other way. Nice pass over to Donato. Ryan Donato eludes a hit. Nick Waugh steps up on him now. Puck comes loose. Domi was there. Didn't take it. Waugh doesn't get it out. It's kept in. Here comes Toronto. And a nice block here by the Leaf defender. Back to the line. Grizzly keeps this one in. Benoit. He's playing a solid game right now. Behind the net, and here comes Donato taking it away. Flipping this one to Kaiser. Kaiser to Donato. Sending it around. Toronto, gotta go. Gotta get this puck out. Benoit puts his man into the boards. Over to the far side. To the point. Chicago shoots. Nice save with the right pad. Here comes Domi. Domi gonna play it forward. Waugh gonna dump this one in. They're gonna go change up and get off the ice. Let's go. I still chained to Skydome waiting for Bo to sign. Dallas, that will make my day. Not you chained to Skydome, but the day when Bo signs. We need it to happen. Hope you're dressed warm. This coming around, trying to get her going. Prep says, let's get the wave going. Maybe we can get a wave going to motivate these guys. As it's icing, I'll count it down. You guys get your hands up in 3, 2, 1. Hey, get your hands up. Get your hands up. Find your wave emojis and drop them in the chat. How can a player like that didn't make the playoffs be a year after year no point getter? Tyler, you make good points, right? It's hard to debate you, and you make good points. There it is. The hands are coming in. Time to retool. Moore says it's time to retool. This in the corner for Willie. Willie going to put it around behind. Chicago on the way. Into the zone. Dickinson drops this one back. A one-timer into the glove. And a nice stop by Wall. They're going to go to commercial break. Kessel is available. Let's do him at this point. Sign Phil Kessel. He can shoot the puck. Hey, Brent. I am fantastic. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. welcome in for everybody who's joining the stream. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Make sure you hit that like button wherever you're watching. And last but not least, make sure you hit that subscribe as well. We would certainly appreciate it as we are building up the channel. So hit that subscribe. Let's get up to 25, from 17 to 25. You can make it happen. My hands are up permanently. I surrendered 2 years ago. Sean, you're so funny. Nolsey, how's it going? Retool on what building point? That's the other problem, is we got to find, right? We got to find something to make happen. Onyx, I heard about that location closing, and I'm so disappointed about it because I did frequent there often. I'm going to a Christmas party at Lakeland Industries in McAdam, New Brunswick. Nice. Enjoy. Paul, hi from Australia. Paul, hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. Do you agree? Time to retool, maybe trade Matthews and Michelli along with Domi. The problem is finding what are you going to bring back? And I'll be honest with you. With Tree Living's trade record right now, I'm a little nervous. We know the asking price from any Toronto trade is always high, right? Toronto would reach out for somebody and they'd say, we want a first-round draft pick and a roster player. Toronto says, no, thank you. They then go and trade that player to someone else for like a third-line player. So it's the asking price for the Maple Leafs is always way higher. And I do not like what we did for Brendan Carlo. That was not a good trade. I do not like what we gave up for Scott Laughton. While I enjoy Scott Laughton's game, we paid a very heavy price for those two players, and that's going to be tough to recover from. We are certainly not seeing the value that we need. Yeah, he's not good deals at all. Thank you, Brent. Merry Christmas to you as well. Yeah, oh, Rick, can you imagine if we had Fraser Minton still kicking around here? Boy, has he proven to become a nice little player. Off the draw, McCabe is just going to play this one out off the boards. Toronto racing over. Bobby Mack couldn't get there. 7:12 to go. Toronto again going to slide this one down. McMahon racing in for it. Turning, he tries to pass it over to Robertson. Didn't get all of it. Robbie digging behind the net, coming out the side. Robbie doing a nice job. Nick Robertson playing this one back to the point. Put it across. Oh, my goodness. McCabe slipped on a banana peel. Here it comes again. Quick shot hits the side of the net. Bobby McMahon working in here. To Robertson with a sharp angle shot. Nice stop. Hits the netminder. Down. They're digging. This line is working hard. Going to come up. Held in by Stetcher. Stetcher puts it deep, but unfortunately Chicago picks up the puck. Playing it to the line. Held in. And another giveaway. Chicago, an outlet pass. Almost broke through. McCabe getting back. Puts Burkowski into the boards, but he still has the puck. Gets it over to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi playing this one back to the point. Chicago working at Kaiser. Down deep. Chicago coming around. Side of the net. Shooting. But loose puck is there. Bertuzzi out battles Toronto. And Chicago keeping it in. Yikes. Where's the physicality? Long pass. Nylander can't clear. Keeps this one in. Chicago doing an excellent job. Dickinson playing it deep. Finally, Toronto takes the puck and going to shoot it all the way down the ice. William Nylander splits the two defense to take the icing away. Nylander behind the net. He's holding it. Matthews comes over. Let's go. Let's one of these guys take this game over, right? Take this game over. Puck is going to pinball and come in front. And that's going to be held on to. They're going to go to another commercial break with 5:43 to go. Toronto needs Jarvis, Marchment. That would be, interesting. I like both Jarvis and Marchment. I like Mason Marchment a lot, actually. I have for a couple of years. What he did in the World Juniors was awesome. So much fun to watch. But it's tough, right? It's tough at this point. We need Doug Gilmour. Jerry, we always need Doug Gilmour. Dougie, such a good guy. Historia, what's going on? Please, Toronto, let's go. Beatriz, I'm going to try. I got to see what the dates are and what the schedule looks like, but it's certainly right now in my plans to do so if we can make it work. But Matthews is struggling, right? He is certainly struggling. He needs to find his game. He needs somebody to help him find his game. We saw at one point they put Domi with him and he started playing. That didn't work this year. We've seen, got Nylander there now. That's not working. We saw Robertson there. That's not working. We've seen a lot of guys. Michelli, I think, at one point on that top line didn't work. Let's get Brad Marchand. Donald, I got to tell you, and you guys know, the ones, for those who have been watching with us for a while, you know was not a Brad Marchand fan. I thought he was the dirtiest player in the game, dirtier than Ric Flair. But the way he's changed his game in Florida, it's like night and day. There it is, 520. Thank you so much. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. I like how Brad Marchand is playing in Florida. And with Florida so injured, with Tkachuk out and Barkov out, what Marchand is doing there is incredible. And I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth. But he has totally changed his game. He's not totally the cheap shot artist he once was. All right, let's go. Let's do the best thing tonight. Got to do it for Bonesy, right? Got to do it for Bonesy, Rick. Chicago playing it out. Ekman Larson going to send it right back in. That's going to be off the glass as it ricocheted up. We need Don Cherry as a coach. Let's get Don Cherry as a coach. Man, I hope Don Cherry is doing okay. I really do. I thought the Maple Leafs were going to whack the Blackhawks. So did I. So did everybody. I think we are all dumbfounded right now. Where's Lanny McDonald when you need him? Jansen, how's it going? Welcome in. This is going to be played up. Chicago into the zone. Setting it up. Long shot. Hits somebody in the corner coming around. Chicago still working it back to the point. Here's the shot. Tip down in front. Wall coming across. Going to make the save. Hey, Dan, what's going on? The fact they need to keep changing the top line is just so Matthews can play well. Shows he can't drive his own line. He's just he's having problems. And I'll be honest with you. At this point, I think you sit him. Pull him out. Sit him down. He should sell pizza. Hey, Randall, how's it going? Tank for McKenna. That would be something, but I don't think I could take it. And with Toronto's luck, they would not end up getting the first round pick. Listen, you got a couple of games coming up against Washington in Nashville. If they keep playing like this, they're not going to have a chance against Washington. I think just sit Matthews a couple of games. Put him as a healthy scratch. Rebuild the Gardens. Sean, I can get with you on that one. Hey, Mario, what's going on? Welcome in. I can get with you on rebuilding the Gardens. I love that building. Hey, Terrence, the Leafs will do better in the playoffs. By then, my hair will be gray. Mine's turning quickly. Chicago bringing this one back up. They're working hard. Chicago working really hard. Doc takes a shot. It's going to go out of play. Him and Henry Thurn having some words behind the net. 4:38 to go here in the second period. Matthews should have never had the C at all regardless. So you know what, Prep? I don't disagree with you. And we kind of talked about it when Matthews was given the C. Obviously, when they did that ridiculous press conference, of course Tavares is going to say all the things. There's no way on planet Earth Tavares said, you know what, I'll give up the C so you can stay. I think with Matthews playing the way he was with the 69 goals and everything Matthews was doing, he was a threat to walk away at the end of his contract. And so they made an agreement that said, hey, we'll sign you, but we'll also get you the captaincy. And that was probably one of the conditions of him signing an extension. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm speculating. And he has not played well since getting the C. This being dumped in. Cowan chasing in after it. Cowan trying to tie up his man. Lawton digging. Going to send this one back around. Lorentz, he's fighting. Passing this one back. I would almost put Lawton and Cowan up with Tavares. Put Bobby Mack and Nick Robertson down. Put Lawton and Cowan with Tavares. Del Mastro going to flip this one in. Back around behind the net. Stetcher going to play this one up. Chip to the line, not out. Right back down deep. Stetcher chasing his man. Going to poke at the other side. That one comes free. Got to shake up the lines here. Got to get somebody going. Think I'm going to be, oh, Benny, ouch. Why would Matthews even want to see? He seems like ego, pickleball Pat, ego. Here comes Chicago back in over the line, cutting towards the middle, passing across. Shot is going to be blocked. Tavares slow to turn and pick that one up. Shaking Tavares off. Here's a long cross ice pass, walking up. Great shot. Big save, and another stop by Wall with company right on the doorstep, and he's able to keep that one out. But yeah, I absolutely do not know if Matthews is an egomaniac or anything like that, but that would be my thing. You want to be the leader, you want to be captain, you want the glory, you want the money. It's ego. I say take the C from Matthews and give it to Sam. The only C I want is C for cookie. And make it chocolate chip. We'll be sticking with my Leafs. Absolutely, Mary. Absolutely. I would put Riley on the wing with Matthews. Mario's pulling out all the stops. I would send Riley to the concessions just to keep him off the ice. Here comes Toronto. Far side, nifty little move. Cutting through, dumping it back from Matthews. Puck was behind him. See, back when Matthews was playing well, when a pass was behind him, he'd be able to stop and reach back and get it. Now there's no extra effort to reach for these passes that he just can't get. I have cookies. All right. Matthews is a cream puff prima donna. Oh, Travis. It could be his wrist. He isn't shooting the puck. He isn't, Alvino, you're right. He's not shooting from that spot anymore. His speed on his shot is way down. So it very well could be a wrist thing. But if that's the case, shut him down. Let him get healthy. Stetcher coming in, playing this one around the boards. Matthews trying to cut this one off. Lost his stick, regains it, and it comes out. McCabe, he's turning. Toronto is changing. Matthews going off the ice. Robertson had to dump this one in. Chicago, very quick pass all the way down, racing for it. Good speed by McCabe. McCabe, little back pass in front, picked up by Nylander. He doesn't even skate. He just flips this one high in the air. Doesn't get it to anybody. Back down, Chicago putting it in the Toronto zone. Looks like we got Nylander on here with Tavares and Robertson now. Nylander putting this one across. Long pass. Oh, almost hit Robertson for breakaway. That one just missed. Robertson gets put in the end boards. Tavares coming across. He can't catch up. And it's all the way down in the Leaf zone. Over to Ekman Larson taking a look-see. Bobby Mack going to play this across. Cycling around. It's chipped. And again, the Maple Leafs can't really move it. Yikes. 1:23 to go here in the second period. It's only 2 goals. And we got a penalty coming up. Interference is going to be the call. So Toronto going to go again. A late power play. So the Maple Leafs with a chance. Can they put one in here and try and make this one closer? All right. Sounds good, Brent. Uh-oh, where's my... There it is. So power play. Vlasic goes to the box. The Maple Leafs again with an opportunity. Let's see what they can do, if they can do anything. When I type, I don't really laugh out loud. Onyx, you don't laugh out loud when you type laugh out loud? Shame. Next game, no coaching staff allowed. I love that. I love that. Love your cakes and cookies for sure. Lots of homemade cookies, breads and pies. Oh, love it. Tavares, Riley, Nyes, Matthews, and Nylander here. Power play for Toronto. They were 0 for 1, had 2 shots on the first. Tavares going to cycle this one around. Last bit of play. Here's a long shot, side of the net. And Spencer Knight is going to hang on to that one and get a freeze with 52.9 seconds to go here in the period. Yeah, Lucas, they do. They do for sure. Need it. Should have traded him when he scored 60. I would love to see him get back to that. That was so exciting. Hey, Wade, how's it going? Tavares with a chance. This one is going to come all the way around. Matthews putting it across. Riley to Nylander. Willie up to Riley, excuse me. Riley back to Willie. Willie cutting in. Willie looking. Passes it down low. Side of the net, walking out in front. Jam play. Comes free. Shoot. He does. It's blocked again. Getting it over to Tavares. Back up top to Riley. Riley to Matthews. Look out. Here comes the attack. And they're going to clear this one out. 18 seconds to go. Good job there by Toronto. Good chance. Bringing it right back in. Sending it around. Tavares over on the far side. Back to Matthews. Playing it off the skate. Riley shooting. It's knocked down. Nines can't get there. Tavares in the corner. 2 seconds to go. They don't shoot. And this one is cleared. Oh, have mercy. Unbelievable. Big scramble in front. Real big scramble in front. Toronto coming close. I feel like they make some good decisions. They get some chances. And then there's a rebound and an opportunity, and they hold it for too long. They don't shoot it. They just have to figure out how to fire the puck around. So let's do a little exercise. It's going to be hard. How long will my finger go? Okay, so we can do it on this side of the ice. I need a little pointer. I need a little something here. Let's see. Will this work? No. Will this work? No, I need something darker. Something darker. Haha. Will this work? This will kind of work. Not really. Darn it. How can I illustrate? All right, so we're going to figure it out. So again, for those, if you're watching on the vertical stream, it's going to be down below, so you're not really going to get where I'm pointing at. But what Toronto needs to do is when they're setting up, obviously on the power play, you get a guy over here, right? You're playing between the face-off dot and the blue line, right? That's your range. You get one guy in front of the net, and you have your wingers kind of face-off dot to below, and you're working that perimeter. These guys can easily come over. The guy in front of the net is screening. These guys can easily either get to the boards, get here, or come over in front of the net for a tip. So it's important that your wingers are playing around that face-off circle, and they're moving it around. Now, when you're over here, and you're by the boards, and you have the puck here, what the Leafs are doing a lot of the time is they're just firing it behind the net to have, this is really hard to do, to have it come around. What they should be doing is playing it back. One pass to the point, passing it across, shooting. Because what's going to happen when you have the puck here, you're going to get two defenders that are watching you, right? You're going to have another guy in front of the net blocking. There's three, and the fourth guy is going to be kind of high side over here. What you're going to do is if you start walking around over here, you're going to draw the defenders towards you. A quick puck pass up here is going to force everybody to come over to this guy, and then a secondary pass across, you're going to have a wide open shot from here. And that's something the Leafs need to do. That's something the Leafs need to do. All the other teams are doing it. They just can't connect those passes. They're holding it for too long here. They're trying the jam play in front, or they're trying to go around behind the net, which ultimately turns it over. Quick pass, shoot. And when you're in a crowd here, don't just keep trying to jam it in. When you draw everybody in and the other team that's playing the box, when they close in, pass it up to your point, and then you have a shot. That's what needs to happen, right? Finger look deformed. Come drop, what's going on? It's very hard on the white to do with the finger. It's like, it's so weird, the movement. But that's essentially what they need to do. Hey there, Joe. It's kind of hockey basics, right? Use your defense to shoot the puck. Hey, Camden, how's it going? Welcome in. When we take a look, and we'll go over the stats in a second, but what I want to look at is your shots by Leaf defenders right now. 2 shots from Stetcher, 1 shot from Benoit, 1 shot from Morgan Rielly, right? Morgan Rielly's shot didn't really come from the point. He was more down low. Stetcher did shoot from the point. Benoit was a little low as well. They got to step up and use their D more. If we look at Chicago Chicago is about the same. 2 from Kaiser, 1 from Delmastro, 1 from Creever. When we look at the Sharks the other day, the Sharks had like 8 or 9 shots from their defense. They were absolutely crushing it. They were absolutely crushing it. Jay, that's funny. Hope you're doing well, Jay. Welcome in. So they gotta use the D to shoot. All right, let's take a break from analyzing or breaking down what they're not doing and talk about what's happening in the world of the National Hockey League. Right now, the Vancouver Canucks are beating the New York Rangers 2-0 going into the third period. Ranger fans, ouch, you're losing to Vancouver. The Islanders are up 1-0 over Detroit. That one works for us. So does this. The Flyers are up 3-1 over the Montreal Canadiens. The Blue Jackets are up 3-2 over the Ducks. The Bruins are up 2-1 over the Mammoth. The Oilers are up 3-2 over the Penguins. In a battle of goaltenders that were exchanged, Hyman has a goal. McDavid has a goal. 19 goals on the season now for McDavid. Novak has a goal. Savoy has a goal. And Erik Karlsson has the goal. 1-0 Wild over the Washington Capitals so far. And it was Tarasenko who got that goal. I like Tarasenko as a good player. Really good player. Oh, I got you. I got you for sure. Oh, makes me laugh. Oh, we're throwing pies now. Hey, at least it's not tomatoes. Can you imagine the cost of that phone call in that year? Oh boy, right? That's all we can say. Leafs need Marchand vibes. Leafs need to do something. My pie does not hit you anymore. No, it's off to the side right now. But yeah, sub up. We'd appreciate it. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button for us. Leafs, 1 period left to go. And when we talk about scoring, we know Matthews isn't one of our top point getters. Nathan McKinnon leading everybody going into tonight, 55 points on the year. Connor McDavid, 52 points on the year. Malkin Celebrini at 47, Bedard at 44. And the conversation a lot was about the Olympic team. Would Connor Bedard and Celebrini make it? I think Celebrini is a shoo-in. Connor Bedard, especially with his injury, I'm not so sure. 52 days until the Olympics. There it is, Dallas. That's right. Countdown started at 8:50. 52 days to the Olympics, and the hockey venue is nowhere close to being ready. If you've seen the pictures going around online, it is nowhere close. Actually, can we find this? Let's see if we can find this. I'll bring it up right now. But yeah, there were some videos going around the other day, and it was scary how far away it still was. Of course, there's so many aerial shots, but there was an inside shot that we saw. No, it's not coming up here. But yeah, it was nowhere near. And Gary Bettman even come out saying they're very concerned, right? They're very concerned. The stadium nowhere near being done. Hopefully they get it done soon. But will they have hot dogs? I don't know. All right, let's go. So will Connor Bedard make that team? That is a question. Your leading goal scorer, Nathan McKinnon with 26. Morgan Geekie still up there with 22. Jason Robertson at 20. So is Kaprizov. Crosby and Brad Marchand and Connor Bedard and Bo Horvat all tied with 19 goals. Brad Marchand up there in the league leaders in goals, which he's 37 years of age, folks. 37 years of age. He's unbelievable. 19 goals among the league leaders. So very good for Brad Marchand. In the assist side, Connor McDavid with 34 assists, Celebrini with 31, Rantanen with 30. Natchez, Eichel, Kucherov, and McKinnon all with 29. So last year, Mitch Marner was among the assist leaders. He is not this year. Your game-winning goal scorers, Dylan Guenther from Utah, tied with Ryan O'Reilly, Cole Caulfield, and Sam Reinhart with 5 game-winning goals, which is pretty impressive. Your top goaltender right now is Jake Ottinger with 14 wins, tied with Scott Wedgwood and Sergei Bobrovsky and Vejima of the Utah Mammoth. Pretty funny to see Sergei Bobrovsky with 14 wins is among the league leaders when the Florida Panthers have had such a rocky start. Les, how's it going? Hawks will be really good next year. Yeah, I agree, Alice. They certainly are going to, I said that last year, they were going to continue to grow into a solid team. They have a solid foundation. The prospects are starting to come in and play well. The question will be, will they be able to bring in some veterans to help guide them? All right, so there's been a lot of talk tonight, as there is with every struggling Maple Leaf game. A lot of talk about Mitch Marner. So Mitch Marner, just to compare, he's played 31 games this year. He has 6 goals and 26 assists. Okay, so Marner, 32 points in 31 games right now. Okay, so that is Marner right now. If I shake this up, hang on one second. Too many clicks. Clickety click, click, click. Okay, so as I said, Marner, 32 points. 32 points in 31 games. Okay, William Nylander has more points in less games. John Tavares has 30 points in 31 games. Matthew Nyes has 29 in 28. So Nyes definitely picking up the slack. Tavares is up there as well again. So they are doing really, really, really good job picking up the points, spreading it around in Marner's disappearance. But the big impact is Austin Matthews, only 13 goals in 26 games. Ouch, that hurts tremendously. If we pull up Matthews' history, because we all know the big things he's done. Matthews has had the puck for 11 seconds, which is crazy. Florida turned a corner the last 2 games, looking defensively strong, playing like Tino. Andrew, they are playing really good hockey. I watched the game against Tampa Bay. It was awesome. Hey, 23rd, how's it going? Welcome in. All right, let me bring this up. Over the last couple of years, Matthews, if we back it all the way up to 17-18, right? 17-18, he had 63 points in 62 games with 34 goals, right? In 18-19, 73 points in 68 games, 37 goals. 19-20, he had 80 points in 70 games, 47 goals. Then he had 66 and 52 with 41 goals, 106 points in 21-22 in 73 games with 60 goals, 85 points in 74 with 40 goals, 107 points in 81 games, 69 goals. That 81 was the most Austin Matthews has played since 16-17. He'd been hurt and missed a ton of games every single year. And to be honest with you, he shouldn't have played that many games last year, but he wanted to play in that 4 Nations Cup for the United States. 3 games, no goals, just 3 points. So this year he is obviously suffering a lot from what he has been doing. He hasn't been right since that's it. No, he hasn't. I'm telling you, in 24-25, he had some kind of injury, right? He obviously missed a bunch of games, but he wanted to play in that 4 Nations Cup, and it was his choice, and he decided to play. The Leafs should have shut him down in November and shut him down for the season. I honestly believe that. I think that's a mistake. I think he is still not right. He still needs to get sorted out. And unfortunately, we'll never know the truth. We'll never know really what the story is. We can speculate all day, every day, but we will never really know what indeed is going on with Matthews. So very, very unfortunate. Leafs desperately need a new power play coach. And yeah, Tyler, I agree with you there. Power play coach, 100%. Their power play went from, top 10 at times too pathetic. Matthews has a chronic injury that is permanent. And Mario, we'd love to know what it is. Like, I get it, right? They're trying to hide it. You're trying to cover it. I think it's only fair that you either sit him down, shut him down for the season, or come forward and say, hey, Austin Matthews has a wrist injury. He can't shoot the puck the way he used to. Tell us. My secret identity, what's going on? Welcome in. He is battling an injury for sure. I mean, it's the only explanation. It's the only explanation. You don't go from scoring 69 goals to being invisible. Like, he's not playing physical. He's just completely a different player. And so what has to change, right? He needs to change. Only three power play points. Now, I know their power play is dreadful. He used to be a big power play scorer. He's only 3 power play points right now. 101 shots. He's still taking the most on the Maple Leafs right now. 101 shots. Behind him is Tavares at 87. Then Matthew Nye at 60. Even Willie Nylander's only taken 56 shots. So he needs to shoot more. He needs to shoot a lot more. Matthews needs the puck and he needs to shoot. And if he's hurt, shut him down, turn him off, figure it out. If it's chronic, if it's a major issue, then we're in trouble. Could have something that... No. Let's not go there. Matthews missed Mitch Marner. He always did the puck. He misses him a little bit, but I don't think, again, Marner is not... He's not the answer. You don't go from playing the way he played to going to how he's performing now just because of one player. That just doesn't happen. So there's certainly something else going on with him. Is a reset year for the Leafs. No playoffs, unfortunately. Mario, I still think they're going to get there. I really do. I really do believe they're still going to get there. And like I said earlier, I might be delusional, but I really do feel like they are going to get there. They will find a way. It's not going to be easy, but they will find a way. We just gotta, unfortunately, gotta say, we just have to wait out the storm, right? We just have to wait out the storm. But we know it'll come. Reset. And listen, whatever it is. And so I was just going to go there. Matthews should not be playing on the Olympic team. He should not be playing on the Olympic team. He really shouldn't. Sorry, 1 second. So hopefully somebody somewhere will get smart enough to say, no, Matthews, you're not going to the Olympics. Hey, Paul, what's going on? Welcome in. So hopefully they'll pull the plug, right? They'll say, you know what, Matthews, no, you cannot go to the Olympics. I don't know if they can do that, but they can't let him go. Matthews isn't playing to par. I think he's dealing with injuries. Yeah, Ryan, 100%. I mean, we're all in line with you. So they need to just shut him down. They need to just say, hey, enough's enough, and rest up. Let's get it fixed up, and we'll deal with whatever it is. The only thing they could do. Other Leafs are stepping it up. Other Leafs are going to pick it up. But if Matthews can't perform, shut him down. Don't send him to the Olympics. If he goes to the Olympics and gets, even more hurt or comes back worse than he is now, NHL players, I think if something happens at the Olympics that impacts his regular season, it's going to really impact how the NHL thinks sending guys to the Olympics. You just can't have these things happen. All right, let's get set. Third period action coming up. The Leafs, they're just down by 2. It's still doable. It is absolutely possible. Let's go. Let's pick this one up. Go, Leafs, go. Let's do it. Here comes Riley. Riley going to put this one across. Over the line. Toronto still on the power play to start the period here for 30 seconds. Puck is bouncing around, and Chicago going to clear this one out and all the way down the ice. Need to press for these things. Matthews going to pick it up. Joshua's going hard, throwing 50 down for the Leafs to come back and win. Nylander coming in front. Matthews jam play. It's there for Nyes. He gets his stick tied up, playing it back to the point. Riley keeps it in. Nylander down low. Matthews going between the legs, trying to get fancy. Power play has expired. One shot for Toronto. Came close. Came very, very close. Just couldn't bury it. Chicago 8-1-1 when leading after 2 periods. Leafs came close there. Hey, Gator, what's going on? Welcome in. Stranger here. Welcome in as well. Back over, digging in the corner. Toronto is 1-9-3 when trailing after 2 periods. Doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for them. Chicago bringing it right back down. Quick shot. That one is going to be held by Wall. Good important save. Hey, Easton, how's it going? What's up? Welcome in. Big chances, big tries. Trying to dig it, trying to fight it. But Matthews going between the legs. Little poke check there by Spencer Knight, keeping that one out. Remember when Matthews used to be compared with McDavid? Fast forward. Yeah, right? Matthews definitely not in that same conversation anymore. And he just looks completely deflated on the bench. I wonder if a big part of his issues are mental issues. Right? He's fighting himself in his head. He's stuck in his head. This is going to be played out. Toronto. Benoit going to chip this one back up. Chicago into their own zone. Turning, looking, bringing it around. If Matthews goes to the Olympics, plays well, and wins a gold medal for Team USA, he's going to expect to come back to Toronto and win. He will. David, that's a great point. That is a great point. If Matthews does go to the Olympics and starts scoring a ton and playing well, you're right. There's going to be high expectations and play well. If he goes to the Olympics and has an unbelievable Olympics and then comes back here and just sucks, that's going to be a big, big issue. That will tell us a lot for sure. Another chance there for Toronto. Knight going to help clear this one out. Chicago getting it down the ice. Toronto, Ekman-Larsson over to Riley. Riley going to look up ice. His little pass is going to get knocked down. Chicago working it in here. They are really digging. These guys are really digging hard. Chicago playing well to the line. Ekman-Larsson can't keep it in. He puts it behind him, picked up. Toronto back to Benoit. Benoit circles around as Toronto making changes. Alistair, how's it going? Maybe Matthews got depression for concussions. I don't. He could have some kind of depression. You never know. Thank you for that subscribe. Wonder if the Leafs will shake things up. They got to do something. Listen, Keith Pelly will not stand for this. Keith Pelly has been pretty darn clear they need to win or changes are coming, and he's going to have them on a short leash. Here's a long shot. Great save by Wall with that left leg. Here's Cowan. Going to put this one over to Thurn. He's going to slide this one in. Tavares giving chase. Puck going around behind the Chicago net. Long outlet pass. Chicago back through the neutral zone. Nazar is just going to flip this one up. Going to land here. Stetcher going to go back for it. Puts it off the boards. McCabe going to help get it around, and Toronto Matthews let it go between his legs. Vlasic back around. Matthews throwing a bit of a hit there. Nice to see some life from Matthews. Here they're going to pass it around. Matthews with the puck. He's going to stick handle through the middle, turns it over, now takes it back and puts it in. Nylander back on this top line, centers it. They can't get the shot off. Good centering pass, but they just can't pull the trigger. Out in the neutral zone, Nylander coming to take the puck away. Leafs put it back in their own end over to McCabe. McCabe taking a look. That's why I don't like the Olympics. I don't mind the Olympics. I enjoy the NHL players going because it's the best caliber hockey. But yeah, it's crazy. This down around at the side. Fanning on it. Toronto over to Joshua. Joshua shooting. Spencer Knight looking for it. And it was deflected up and out of play. Big play there. Really, really good puck movement. That's what we need to see from Toronto. Good, solid puck movement. Good, solid puck movement. Just a friendly reminder. Please keep your comments somewhat family friendly. We do have a lot of younger viewers that watch. So we're happy to have you cheer for your team and trash your team and all that stuff, but just keep it somewhat classy. Riley putting this one across, sending it down low. Joshua behind the net, can't get it. Let's bring this one around. Trying to bring it long shot. Yeah, it was laughable. It was a tough one, a very tough goal. Bad play by Riley on that one. Riley going to keep this one in, can't get it in deep. Connor Murphy, one of the goal scorers, going to send this one all the way down. Joey Wall going to play it over to Domi. Domi backing it up to Riley. Riley side of the net. Going to play it over to McCabe as everybody's going to change it up. Under 15 minutes to go. Leafs got to pick it up. 2 down. Sending this one into the zone. Bertuzzi going to steal. He's going to play this one up. And remember, no Connor Bedard tonight. Chicago to Bertuzzi. He can't pull the shot. Lawton got in his way. Over at the side. Back to the point. Chicago toe drag shooting. A lot of traffic in front of the net. Toronto can't clear. Another shot hits Bertuzzi, gets knocked down. McCabe with it. A backhand flip. Domi tries to play it around his back. Lawton bring it in. Feeds it to Lorentz. Lorentz nowhere to go. Loses the puck and Chicago clears it out. Lorentz and Bertuzzi ran into each other and just checking, making sure they're okay. Back of them are up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Pick this one up. Back over the line. Robertson trying to chase it in there. He can't. Chicago clears. Toronto defense. Benoit blows a tire. Wall comes way out to play it up to Cowan. Cowan coming in. Feeds it in the corner for Robertson. He gets bounced into the boards. Gets it to Cowan. Cowan and Robertson battling in the corner. Cowan putting up a huge fight here. He's being leaned in. Reichel all over him. Comes free to Robertson. A little stick lift. Takes it away. Robbie back in the corner. Robbie and Cowan working it. Over to Tavares. JT turning, shooting. Hits a leg. Doesn't get right through to the net. Benoit keeping it in. Thurn turning. He tries to shoot. Murphy blocks that one. Tavares plays it around behind the net. Cowan to Robertson. No shooting lane. Robertson trying to get open. Nobody is getting open for him. Robertson walking the line. Leaves it here up top. Throwing it towards the net. That one goes wide. Shooting. Trying to put it through. Did it squeak through? No, it's hugged up against that post. Good save by Spencer Knight. Mark, that's hysterical. They're going to a commercial break. Chicago hanging on to a 2-0 lead. The Maple Leafs trying to fight their way through, trying to pressure their way in. Go Leafs, go. All right, well, we're at commercial break. Toronto's next game is going to be coming up this Thursday, December 18th, 7 o'clock, against Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. So we can all get frustrated again together on Thursday. We will be here. I hope you will be here as well. So make sure you do hit that subscribe. Make sure your notifications are turned on so you don't miss a thing. I hope you're enjoying our coverage here tonight. Well, the Leafs are frustrating us. We know we're going to get here. And we're having some internet problems again, folks. We're having some internet issues, so please stand by. All right, so hopefully you're still in here. We're having some internet issues. So hopefully everything still looks good to you. Maybe it's just the replay on my side. All right, we're waiting for them to come back from commercial break and get in here. But let's go. Spencer Knight has been very good here for Chicago. Spencer Knight has been very, very good. No complaints if you're a Blackhawks fan. No complaints at all about what Spencer Knight is doing. He's been putting up a good show. Good news is the Leafs have the same amount of shots as the Oilers, but the Oilers are only in the second period. There you go. Here we go off the draw. This coming around. Chicago going to carry this one up. Bringing it in over the line. Here's a shot. That one's going wide. Lewis, how's it going? Welcome in. Bringing this one back around. And thank you all for being here. Dylan, what's up? Go Jays. Go Jays. Here comes Matthews. Matthews trying to turn the corner. Cannot get around Vlasic. Matthews in there. Gets tripped up. Nylander got him the puck back. It's taken away. And here comes Chicago using the glass, getting this one out and down the ice. Ekman Larson, he's going to pull up with this one. 21-17. The shots on net at this point. Very low shooting game. 38 shot attempts for Toronto, 35 for Chicago. Cowan going to flip this one in right on net. Spencer Knight going to clear this out. Cowan was coming in hard, and Chicago able to work it quickly. Yikes. Jeremiah, how's it going? Go Hawks. Toronto going to flip this one out. Again, the breakout plays for Toronto are terrible. They just cannot control the puck well at all. Kaiser going to bring this one up to the red line, dumping it in. Stop behind the net by Wall. Wall going to play this one over in the corner. Toronto over to the boards. A little flip pass up to McCabe. McCabe carrying it up over to Bobby Mack. Bobby McMahon waiting, shooting. Just wide, just missed. Toronto's going to hold this one in. Joshua sending it around. Lawton there, and it comes out. Toronto can hold the line. Over to Benoit. Benoit going to go off the boards, putting it up. Toronto going to tip it to Joshua. He can't bring it in. Toronto, Bobby McMahon at the red line fighting, and Toronto gets caught up 2-on-1 coming in, and a bad pass by Chicago. Holy smokes, Chicago with an opportunity, and they blew it 2-on-1. Side of the net, Chicago with it. All five guys of Toronto coming in front of the net, and Wall missed it, but able to pick it up as it was sitting loose right in front. Hey there, Kathleen, how's it going? Happy Tuesday. Benoit going to put it off the boards around. Toronto going to play this one up. Here come the Leafs. Little move. Oh, what a deke there. Waugh coming. Feeding it back to Ekman Larson. He goes around his man. Playing it in front. Waugh can't shoot. Waugh keeping this one in. Going to chip it to Ekman Larson. And he brings it to the point. And he just throws it into the middle of the ice. Chicago going to pick this one up. Again, Toronto with some good opportunities. And then a bonehead play to break it all up. Chicago dumps it in the Leafs zone. Here's Lorentz. Lorentz. Gonna turn and move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Joshua, I hope they do it for you. I hope they do it for all of us. This sent right down. Spencer Knight out, gonna play it in the corner. Domi coming in on the forecheck. Loose puck in front of the net. They're whacking at it. Lawton was right there, but Knight sees it and he covers it up. So Toronto coming in here. The puck is just bouncing around. Sloppy play. Toronto is not getting good shots on net. No quality shots. Bad passing and no quality shots. Gonna have to make some adjustments here. And we've been talking about it all season. All right, Dickinson coming in to take this draw against Matthews. Just about 10 minutes to go here in the third period. Leafs off the draw, winning it back. Here's a long shot. They score! Oliver Ekman Larson gets the goal. Thank you for listening to me. Use your defense to shoot from the point. Use your defense to shoot from the point. Off the draw, Matthews to Ekman Larson. He shoots, and it just finds its way through. It may have caught a piece of Nylander, but they use their point. It hits a Chicago player and deflects in. Holy smokes. See why I keep harping to use your defense to shoot. So 10:01 to go, 10 minutes to go. It's a 1-goal hockey game. This changes everything now. We're right back in it. Here's Chicago, a long shot. Wall is going to stop that one. That's a big save. That's a big save. There we go. A shot from the point. They put it in, and let's go. Leafs, they're going to go to a commercial break. Of course. Why is it every time Toronto scores, they go to a commercial break? But that's where we do it. That's what we need to do. Love Ekman Larson. He's been so good. He was so important to Florida. He's been so important to Toronto coming here. Hey, Cody, how's it going? They need to wake the hell up. They are waking up. They are waking up. That is for sure. Hey, Chris, welcome in. Yeah, we hope they score more. Big time. Jamaica Dave in the house. What's going on? Davey boy, hello there. Welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Cartoons, what's up? Welcome to the party. Glad to see you all here tonight. Thank you for being here. We're having a good time. Even though Leafs have been stressful, we're making the best of it. We are having a good time. So thank you for tuning in and watching along. If this is your first time with us, I hope you're enjoying the show. Not so much the game, but enjoying our show and our presentation of the game. We'd love for you to come back and join us all season long. So make sure you do hit that like button and hit that subscribe. Who scored? Mark, it was Oliver Ekman Larson took the shot, and I'm just waiting to see they post it to ensure it is him. It is him, his 6th of the year. Matthews and Nylander picking up the assists. So that's good. 23-20 the shots. Leafs now up to 59.5% in the faceoff circle. So they're starting to win more faceoffs, which is good. They've thrown 23 hits, which is good. They've blocked 12 shots, which is good. Even the giveaways are only at 11, which for this team is very good. So right now, they're doing what they need to do. Let's keep it rolling, Leafs. Keep it rolling. Martin, how's it going? Leafs are third period team. Let's see if they can bring it to life. Can they get this one back? That's one. Just got to get one more. Just got to get one more. All right, back from commercial break. Off the draw, comes around behind the net. Toronto going to rip this one up quickly. Nobody there. Chicago bringing it in. Back around. I think Stetcher going to get it over to McCabe. McCabe pushing it ahead. And here's Matthews. A long pass up to Nylander. Nylander in there. Willie trying to feed it across to Matthews. That pass ended up going nowhere. And here comes Chicago back the other way. Stolen. It's bouncing around. Puck comes to Matthews. Matthews in over the line. Matthews bobbles it and he loses it. Oh my goodness. Puck though comes to Nyes. Nyes hits the referee. Gets it to Matthews behind the net. Matthews trying to shake off his man. Going off the boards to the point. Here's another shot. Goaltender stick goes flying. No stick for the Tendy. To Nylander. Coming in. Waits too long. Shoots and shoots wide. Loose puck. Why didn't you pitch up? It was right there. Oh my goodness. They're going to send this one around. Wow. Sometimes it makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. Alliance, how's it going? Welcome in. I don't know if I said hello to you or not. Arctic, what's up? I thought Riley was great. Riley has not had a great game tonight. Chicago going to chip this one. Benoit knocked it down, gave it away. Chicago coming right back. Benoit up on his man. Got to force Chicago. Got to be strong now, Leafs. Got to be strong. 8:20 to go. Chicago to the point. Little bounce pass. They're moving it really well. No shot by Kaiser. Kaiser looking for a lane. A lot of traffic in front. Hits a leg. Toronto, oh, what are you doing? Loose puck comes to Robertson. Robbie going to pick this one up. He's looking. Instead, he flicks it up. And this is what Toronto does. Toronto takes like 4 or 5 strides. They glide, and then they look around. Everybody knows what they're going to do. Kaiser sending this one around. Kept in. Toronto putting it in the corner. Cowan is there. Has it knocked away. Murphy going to pick this one up. Murphy headmans the pass. Chicago just sending this one in. Wall coming out to stop it. The pressure right now is on Toronto. Chicago just has to keep it out of their own end. Toronto, you actually have to move the puck. Here's Bobby McMahon. Oh my goodness, a terrible pass over to Ekman Larson. Guys, you're NHL players. You need to know how to pass the puck. Ever since you got Riley's jersey for Christmas. So, David, it's your fault. This coming around. Gio, what's going on? Alvin, what's up? I'm great. Thank you so much. This off the board. Chicago at the point. Here's a one-timer. That one's going to sail wide. Hawks keeping it in. Back over on the near side. Toronto on those boards. Joshua pinned up there. Trying to hold the puck. Going to kick this one forward. Over to Joshua. Turns it over. Shooting. That one's going to go wide. Riley is watching, directing traffic. Another shot down in front. Loose puck. Riley banks it off a leg. It's high in the air. Where's the puck? Comes down on the near side. Joshua, he's going to throw this in the corner. Everybody's going to go change it up. All right, here comes the top line. 6.5 to go. 6.5 to go. Let's go, Lee. Find that other gear. Chicago, quick shot right on Wall. Going to freeze it. This is a must-win game right now. Must-win game. Toronto needs one to tie it up. Cheers, everybody. 12-3. Dars, how's it going? 4-2 Oilers. Matthews getting a little sloppy. Everybody, the pucks are just bouncing around. So first line gets pulled off the ice. Here comes the third line. Puck comes over to Domi. Domi across to Benoit. Lawton is with him. Benny going to carry this one in. Trying to get it over to Lawton. Chipped over in the corner. We got a broken stick. Back to the point. Here's a long shot right on. A nice save by Spencer Knight. Lawton coming in here pressing. Lorentz in there as well. Lorentz taking it away. Can't get it over to Lawton. Domi. Get up there quicker. Puck is going to be tipped out. Toronto has it back in the neutral zone. McCabe. He's looking. Guys, turn around. Little saucer pass over to Domi. Domi puts this one in the corner. Here comes Lawton. Scotty after it, throwing a hit. Puck is coming out, and it's going to be dumped out by Chicago. 5:40 to go. Morgan Riley with it now. Let's go. Mark, thank you so much. These are the best folks in here to chat with. The best hockey community. Chicago holding it. Kaiser behind their own net. 5.5 to go now. Guys, force them. Now Chicago's going to work. Long pass tipped up. Nylander going to block it. Getting it up to Nyes. Nyes going to dump this one down. Matthews coming here in the corner. Nyes coming in after it. He's going to throw a hit. But again, Chicago too easily able to move the puck to the neutral zone. Ekman Larson trying to fight off Mikheyev. Ilya going to take this puck away. Going to play it down in the corner. Puck is loose. Nylander nor Riley went for it, leaving it here for Teravainen. Going to bank it off the boards to the line. Spinning away from Matthews. Chicago going to keep this one in. Nazar working it along the half boards. Riley hog ties and tackles him. Matthews going to play it around behind the net. Here's a long pass. Ekman Larson trying to spring Cowan. Comes out. Spencer Knight coming out. Cowan couldn't get there. And Chicago going to work it back out to the neutral zone. Chicago now plays it back in their own end. Gotta force them, folks. Gotta force them. Kevin, we scored a goal. Got a goal. Nick Robertson, he's going to play this over. Toronto, Stetcher bringing this one in. Throwing it towards the net, tip just wide. Chicago able to pick up every puck and get it out of their zone. Super easy. Toronto is not making it difficult for them. Long pass down. Cowan is racing in here. No icing call. Cowan back with it. Cowan behind the net. Cycling one way, the other way. Cowan to the point. Here's Robertson who came in. Shot it goes over the head of Tavares. Back over to Robertson. What a move by Robertson. He gets tied up and slashed. Toronto's going to go to the power play. A nifty little spin move there by Nick Robertson. And he's going to draw a penalty. So with 3:39 to go, Toronto has an opportunity on the power play. Now, the downside is their power play has not been very good. In fact, they've given up. Oh, Elviva, I'm so sorry to hear that. They have given up a shorthanded goal tonight. We don't want to see that happen again. Jason Dickinson on the shorthanded goal. William Nylander turned it over. We don't want to replay that situation, but we need a very strong power play coming up here for Toronto. They got to figure out what to do. And I'll be honest, they got to change their power play unit. We can't just roll out the same 5 guys. In fact, I would put Ekman Larson at the point. I would keep Tavares on there. I would put Lorentz on there with Nyes to put them both in front of the net. And then you put your Matthews on the other side. Save Nylander for the second unit. You got to find a way of mixing it up. You need some big bodies in front of the net. And that's where I like Steven Lorentz. They've used him in that role before. So I think you kind of need to mix up your 1 and 2 units now. Get something going. For those that are just coming in, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. My name is Sam. Make sure you do hit that like button. And of course, hit that subscribe as well. It's free and it helps us out. So if you enjoy our show, subscribe to the channel. We'd love for you to come back and watch more of our content. If you're watching on the big screen on the TV, what's up, everybody? Thanks for having us on the TV. Hey, Sam, you want to sell Johnny Hockey Young Guns? Andrew, I would sell it. I want to sell it as a package. I have the Johnny Gaudreau Young Gun and his Future Watch auto card. But my asking price is high for them. I'm not going to lie. So if you're interested, send me an email, make me an offer. But my asking price is somewhat high. Off the draw, here's Riley. Riley coming across, shooting. Down in front, it's loose. They can't get it. Matthews turning around, gives it away. And again, Chicago shorthanded. Going to bring it out 2-on-2. Chicago, Teravainen shooting. That one's blocked. Tavares picking it up. Over to Matthews. Go with them, Nyes. Matthews in over the line, gives it to Nyes. He shoots short side, and a nice save by Spencer Knight. Holy smokes. I would make an offer, but they aren't Pokemon cards. Hey, Zoro, I got a Pokemon if you're looking for one. I have no idea what the value is. I got a decent one. Puck was behind Spencer Knight. Tavares was there. Nylander was there. Knives was there. None of them could get a stick on it. Chicago going to win this draw. Nylander up on his man quick. Out in front. Shooting. They score! The game is tied and my Leaf goal doesn't want to work. But it's your captain, Austin Matthews, on the power play. That's what we needed to see. This game is all tied up. Huge goal, huge goal. Great goal. Man, oh man, oh man. Holy smokes. Matthews just coming out in front. Absolutely roofs it as the goaltender was on his knees saying, please, please, please. And Austin Matthews puts it home. Nice to see him smile. Nice to get Matthews a goal. Nice to get a power play goal. Let's go. Welcome in if you're just joining us. The Maple Leafs have just tied it up at 2s. Big time goal. Oh, and they score again. They score again. And just like that, the Maple Leafs, they take the lead. Joshua, they shoot it right on net. There was a loose puck, and Joshua hustles in and puts it home. Jeremiah, how's it going? Oh, my goodness. Loose puck, Joshua fights off Craver and flips it up over the goaltender. Dakota Joshua is rolling. And all of a sudden, like that, the Maple Leafs take the lead with 3 minutes to go. Can they hold down the fort? And we got a whistle. What's the whistle? Holy cow. What a turnaround. George, that's right. So this Stetcher picks up the puck. He shoots it from the Leafs blue line right on Spencer Knight. And Knight made the save, but the puck caroms out by the faceoff dot, and Joshua fights off the defender to put it in. So a great game. Joshua looking good, and here they come again. Bobby McMahon behind the net. He's getting hacked and whacked all the way. Bobby still fighting with it. Off the boards to McCabe. McCabe, his shot goes wide. Joshua can't reach it. Nick Waz racing in. Stetcher and McCabe assisting on the Joshua goal. Nylander assisting on the Matthews goal. 2 goals just like that. Here comes Chicago in over the line, sending it wide of the net. Leafs going to pick this one up. They're going to chip it ahead. Bobby Mack trying to pick this one up, getting it to the red line, and it's turned around. Nazar, he's going to flip it in. Toronto setting it up. Oh boy, how did the Leafs do it? The Leafs picking up a couple quick goals. That was huge. 2 minutes to go. McCabe hanging on to it. Going to bank it off the boards. Nylander is going to tip this one in right on goal. Knight is going to play it around behind. Going to play this one up. It comes out, and Toronto picking it up. Riley, look out. He's playing with it a little too much before he sends it down into the Chicago zone. No icing. The linesman going to wave this one off. What a comeback late in the third period here by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Here comes Chicago up over the line. 1.5 minutes to go. They turn it over. Leafs sending it right back down. Welcome in to all the viewers who are just joining us for the conclusion of this game. Help us out. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. We'll be back here on Thursday. I hope you will join us. Chicago turning around. They got to take their goalie out. Chicago playing with it a little too much in their own end. Again, Chicago playing it back.
Last minute of play in this period.
So Spencer Knight now makes his way. Here's Toronto. Tavares shooting towards the open net. That one misses. Lorentz coming in. Here comes Lawton. Lawton fighting for it in the corner. Loose puck. 45 seconds to go. Here we go. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Toronto again playing it up. Couldn't get it to Lawton. 38 seconds to go. Chicago to the middle of the ice. Going to dump this one in. Here's Wall. Gives it away. Look out. Wall gave it right to Bertuzzi in front of the net. He's scrambling. Toronto picks it up. Lawton to Tavares. Tavares has it knocked off his stick. Oh my God. Shoot at the empty net. Nazar bringing it back in. Cross ice to Bertuzzi. Back to the point. Teravainen to the middle. Here they go. And they go back door. That one is missed. This coming to the line. Chicago dancing around. Chicago playing it back. Across the one-timer. Wall stops it. The game is over. The Maple Leafs win. The Maple Leafs win. Holy smokes. What a finish. What a finish. Unbelievable. I can't believe how close they came in a must-win game. Toronto pulls it out late here in the third period. Wow. All right, here are your goal scorers. In the first period, it was Kaiser, his third from Toninato, so that goal was changed. Then it was Dickinson, shorthanded from Mikheyev and Cleaver. Then there was no scoring in the second. In the third period, it was Ekman Larson, his sixth, from Matthews and Nylander. Then it was Matthews on the power play, his 14th of the year from Nylander. And then it was Dakota Joshua, the game winner, his sixth, from Stetcher and McCabe. There it is, the wall. I love that wall icon. Unbelievable. If you're not already subscribed, before you leave, hit that subscribe, set your notifications so you can come back on Thursday. 26 shots for the Maple Leafs, 25 for the Chicago Blackhawks. Leafs end up 59% in the face-off circle. They go 1 for 3 on the power play. Chicago went 0 for 1. 29 hits for the Maple Leafs, 15 hits for the Blackhawks, 14 block shots to 12. Toronto led that. 13 giveaways to Chicago's 11. On Joe Bowen night here in Toronto, the Maple Leafs with a crazy comeback win. And I agree, Rick, Dakota Joshua should certainly be a star tonight. He was outstanding. He played a very, very good hockey game. And he doesn't get a ton of ice time, right? He doesn't get a ton of ice time. Tonight, he had 13 minutes of ice time, had the game winner, had 3 hits. 6 hits, had 3 shots. Joshua, I thought, played a very good game. I thought Ekman Larson played a very good game as well. 20 minutes of ice time, only 1 shot for him, but he made it count. It was absolutely stellar what the boys did today. So good job, Toronto. They take a big win, 3-2, and we needed this one. Holy smokes. Ladies and gentlemen, this was awesome. Thank you so much to all the moderators who do what you do day in and day out. We appreciate you all so very, very much. I want to thank our Richard for the super chat earlier today. Appreciate the super chat. I also want to thank, I want to thank Keep Six for the super chat. Thank you thank you very much to both of you. Thank you to all of our channel members for supporting us through membership. It means the world to us to help pay the bills to allow us to do this as often as we do. Big win for Toronto. That's going to leapfrog them above Ottawa, 1 point behind the Florida Panthers as the rest of the division keep getting heated up. So Toronto's going to need to claw back. Doesn't get any easier. Next game is going to be the Washington Capitals. Easy 200. Joshua, 280 off that $50. Congrats, my friend. That is absolutely huge. Karen, you are very, very welcome. Thank you all. Thursday is not going to be easy. They cannot play this way on Thursday. They have to focus on some of the areas we discussed in terms about where they move the puck, how their power play operates. We'll get into it even more on Thursday. Miracles do happen. That was a big win, and we needed that one huge. Again, not a great effort, but it came through when all was needed. Taking a quick look before you leave tonight, the Flyers, they beat the Montreal Canadiens 4-1. Bruins up 4-1 over the Mammoth. Oilers 4-2 over the Penguins. And the Wild now 2-0 over the Capitals. That's huge. The Canucks beat the Rangers 3-0. Detroit coming back and winning 3-2 over the Islanders. The Blue Jackets beat the Ducks 4-3 in overtime. And of course, here in Toronto, the Maple Leafs winning 3-2 over the Blackhawks. All right, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. When we say goodnight tonight, when we disconnect the stream and we hang up, come to the channel, find the stream, and leave a comment. Leave a comment on the stream. Comments are so important. Let us know what you liked about the show. Let us know, your favorite play of the game. Let us know your thoughts about the Maple Leafs, the Blackhawks. Do anything. Just leave a comment. It helps us out. And don't forget to share the channel around to some other folks out there so they can help find us as well. Everything you do helps us continue to grow, and we appreciate it. From all of us here at the Samwelb12 Experience, thank you for being a fan. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on Thursday. Have a great night. Have a great day tomorrow. It's Wacky Wednesday. What can be more wackier than starting the day with a Leafs win? We love you too. We'll see you all Thursday. Good night. Take care. And go Leafs go. My name is Sam, and I am out of here.